Straight Talk Society. This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of Straight Talk with Trevor.
Because the ladies from Pour Your Heart Out
no topic
will be over
is
here
off
to
limits.
join the panel.
Plus, but it's a must, you gon' respect this. Plus, enough for touch the dust, you try to check this. You ain't
The
insane,
MMA brothers, Bones and Zay, have pre and post shows to the MMA shows. And I am your host, Mr. Straight Talk, the man with the greatest beard on YouTube. Oh, I love throwing that in there. Real quick, I am back on Facebook. I guess they took me out of jail. I was able to connect the channel back.
Due to the increasing level of incompetence and the major lack of transparency, the Straight Talk Society will no longer maintain a presence on Facebook.
Make sure and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Man Talk Monday. This is the flagship show of the Straight Talk Society. This is the show that you're going to get all your, drama topics. This is a show that you may get your arguments. This is a show where we're going to talk about not one specific thing, but we dabble around the world of pop culture and the men just banter about it. So that's what this show is. But if this show isn't for you, and I don't know why it wouldn't be, but we also have other shows. The highly acclaimed Tape Fist Politics, Vancat, Mike, MD, and Ricardo do such a fantastic job with that. That's every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Hey, if that doesn't fancy your boat, then be sure to tune into Wrestling with Reality. Today we have the return of Straight Talk Therapy Sessions with the one and only Dr. Mia. So y'all be sure and tune into that. So tonight we have a fantastic show tonight, the Straight Talk Society. We will not go over that 2.5 hour mark. So Mike, you ain't got no shirt on, right?
I never have clothes on, bro.
But I'm saying you like right on the like crazy.
My bad. I don't like clothes, bro. Anybody that knows me, my fault.
Crazy.
Acknowledge me.
What's up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of Straight Talk with Trevor, where no topic is off limits.
I ain't trying to fuss, but it's a must, you gon' respect this. Plus, enough for touch the dust, you try to check this. You ain't insane, I write your name down on my checklist. You think I'm playing, I'll leave you laying, I'll leave you breathless. As human beings, instead of being so many try to be. You ain't seen what I have seen in my society.
Hey, I'm just a man with a microphone. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations.
Straight Talk Sessions live.
You're gonna acknowledge me.
Oh, what is up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of the Straight Talk Sessions, the Man Talk Monday edition, live here on whatever holiday this is. What is this, President's Day? Yeah, live on President's Day. I know a bunch of you guys didn't have to go to work today. Lucky you. I did have to go to work. So before my co-hosts get in here, you know how we always do it. Let's run down the things that we have coming up on the show. Ricardo, let me know if you can hear me, because this microphone that I'm on is a new one. And I can't hear myself, so I just want to make sure. I want to make sure that you can hear me. Yeah, because I'm trying to do this whole lapel mic thing, and I just want to make sure. Okay, so you're saying you can hear me loud and clear. All right, good. So this is Man Talk Monday. As Ricardo says in the chat, this is the flagship show of the Straight Talk Society. And we do have an interesting show for you tonight. I feel like the WWE was rewritten so many times, because we had a show, then we changed it, then we had a show, we changed it, and we kind of settled on one. Wayne may or may not be here tonight. Something came up, so he may be able to pop in his head towards the end. But if not, we'll still move on with what we got scheduled tonight. I'm just waiting for Mike and Kev, see where they are. Let me see if they said anything to me. But yeah, so anyway, like I said, hopefully everybody had a good week. Hopefully everybody, had a good weekend. You loved on somebody, you got some loving, you got swallowed up, all the good stuff. All the good stuff that we all love. So this past Saturday was the return of Pour Your Heart Out. Dr. Mia, Moon Goddess, and the Queen of the Straight Talk Society, Nene, they did their thing. Very, very, very interesting show that was entitled Our Black Crown. So they talked about their hair. What I like what they did is that towards the end of the show, they literally had pictures of all their hairstyles. And then not only did they have pictures of their hairstyles, but in addition to that, they talked about what they were feeling during the time of getting that hairstyle. Like what stage of their life were they in while they had that hairstyle. So I thought that was real interesting. Just to see them do that. That was a good twist on that. I knew when Nene was putting it together, she had all the pictures and everything. I just didn't know that that's what she was going to do as far as doing the kind of like, where were you in life when you got that hairstyle. So I thought that was very interesting. You got Dr. Mia back in all her Dr. Mia arguing with me. I wasn't on the show, so I couldn't really go back and forth with her. I just let her have it, arguing with me from the chat. But it's all good. We love Dr. Mia over here. Can't wait for Straight Talk Therapy sessions to fire back up. So we did have a UFC show Friday night and Saturday. Sunday. They had the show Sunday morning. So just what I want to touch on with the UFC show, it's so we do a lot of shows over here. The UFC show is one of the more popular shows like in post. So, once the shows is over, that's when people really go back and view it. Whereas with Man Talk Monday, I think Man Talk Monday gets the most live viewership, with as far as the chat, with the exception of the Bible stuff. The Bible stuff is always loaded. The chat room is always filled up for the Bible stuff. They love that. But when we do Man Talk Monday, it's the most live in the chat. But I did notice Friday night, the MMA brothers had a packed house. Like they were bringing, word is finally getting out. They brought their crew over, and they were just going back and forth, because when that show's going on, I'm just manning the boards, like as far as getting their show started, and then that's it. I get off and they do their own thing. Bones shares the screen. He does all of that. They man the chat. I just completely stay away from it, but I still monitor it because, I think there was like one or two trolls that still come in. Even in the UFC show, they still come to me. It's crazy. So I really appreciated how their people showed up for them in that show. Like it really showed how, you know, when you stick to something and you're consistent to something, that they'll eventually come. You know, it's something that I stress a lot. You know, I don't think anybody does a better UFC show than those two guys, because the way they break things down is unheard of. That's why I knew I had no business being on that show. I'd rather, if they didn't want to do it by themselves, I would have just canceled it, because there's no business for me being on there, because my personality was too big for that show. So those guys took it completely over and they made it their own, which I love it. So they have their own lane, they do their own thing. So I would say anybody on Straight Talk Society, if you're doing a show, you know, don't get discouraged if people don't, you know, you may think people aren't watching or things like that. You know, if I could fire up a show and just drag people and things like that, and everybody will come, because that's what they love. That's why Man Talk Monday gets the most viewership, because they feel like it's us dragging people, which is not what we're doing. But people love drama. People don't necessarily care if you're doing good stuff, like the Tape Fist Politics, again, which I think is the best political show on YouTube, but it's like YouTube blocks it at every turn, which I know for a fact that it's blocked. I know for a fact, because I have tried to do certain things to get around it, and I have gotten emails from YouTube specifically telling me, hey, it's not going down. So I know for a fact, you know, but those guys do such a great job over there. I just hate it for them that, you know, they put such forth the effort and they're getting blocked the way that they are. You know, I always say I'm just the loudmouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm the guy with the microphone. My podcast tagline was always, hey, I'm just a guy with a microphone. What the F do I know? That was always my sign off. So I just ask everybody that's listening or gonna listen, just make sure and check out that Tuesday night show, Tape Fist Politics. And I do see two of my co-hosts in the back. Like I said, Wayne probably won't make it tonight. So let's see. We got Tape Fist Politics this week, and I don't see the I don't know. It's not in the studio, but tomorrow's show is going to be the Politics of Blackness Part 2. So if you guys didn't hear Part 1, that was the one I was on. And me and MD were going back and forth like we have done in the past. It was just a great show. Because I feel like on the political show, they don't check MD enough. So, you know, every now and then I'll come up and just try to check him on some of the stuff that he says. And tomorrow probably won't be any difference. We'll be doing the Politics of Blackness. Wrestling with Reality will be back this Wednesday. This Wednesday show will be going over. This Wednesday show shouldn't be long. It shouldn't be long. And as I say that, watch them find a way to stretch it out. Because we're doing more show specific things and not just going around the world of wrestling. We literally are just doing a preview show for the Elimination Chamber, and the Elimination Chamber has like 4 matches. So that show shouldn't be long at all. We should, and in all honesty, we should be able to get through that show in an hour. I know it's not going to happen, but we should be able to get through that show in an hour. Because all we're doing is previewing a 4-match card, and that show is going to be coming on live at 5 a.m. in the morning. So that's going to be a rough one. 5 a.m. in the morning, I got to wake up to watch a wrestling show, but you know I'm going to do it. We do have a debate this Thursday. It will be the first debate of a 2-part debate between the 2023 champion, Stacey Mobley, taking on newcomer to the Straight Talk Society, brother Jeremy Dunbar. And the topic of that debate is, are there any other inspired books outside of the 66? So we're going to be looking forward to that, because Jeremy has shown that he can hang over here. And then, how could I forget? My bad. So tonight, you guys always hear me talk about Venkat. Everybody is pretty much familiar with Venkat. You guys know Venkat does all the videos Venkat does all the production for the most part over here. But what you guys don't know, a lot of you don't know that 4 years ago today, he lost his brother. So I think he has it set for 9 o'clock tonight. 9 o'clock tonight, we will be running a special tribute show right after Man Talk Monday. It's a dedication show for the life of his brother, Fish, the silent assassin, the one who's responsible for all this music you hear being played on the show. So you know it's personal for Venkat. So you know he put his best foot forward with this. Unlike me, I'm a debut 2 videos tonight, and y'all gonna be like, oh my God, amateur hour. But Venkat probably put his best foot forward to celebrate the life of his little brother who died 4 years ago on this day. I mean, I can't imagine the pain that he felt getting that call. And we'll do a tribute show on his birthday where we actually do a live show, kind of like we did with the podcast, where he gets to just come on and tell stories and stuff of his brother, things like that. So yeah, man, y'all keep Venkat in your thoughts, man, because I know he doesn't say much, but I know today is probably really bothering him and his family, just because 4 years ago today they lost their brother. And he was my good friend, but in the grand scheme of things, I mean, a guy lost his brother. So tune in tonight I think it's set for 9 o'clock. After this show. There's going to be a tribute to the silent assassin. So y'all make sure and check that out. I think that's all the announcements I got. So guess what? We do have a show to get into. What you guys came to see right on the other side. And that is Man Talk Monday right here on Straight Talk Society.
Acknowledge me. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. See you dealing with a vicious mind, heart cold like Christmas time. Every time I write a rhyme, put it all on the line. No need to hold my tongue, hold the mic like you hold a gun. Haters, I'm the chosen one, fakers, I don't roll with none. Don't you ever test my heart, been a rebel from the start. I ain't got time to play no games, I'm too busy playing my part. Keep my mind on my mission, living by my premonition. Through the world with blurry vision, stressing in high definition. Walking the path unknown to most, the ones that I love, I hold them close. Every rhyme I wrote was dope, no jokes, so folks can overdose. Lyrically, I'm legendary. Yes, I'm very necessary. Glad to see my adversary buried in the cemetery. Man Talk Monday. Yeah. Straight Talk Sessions live. You're gonna acknowledge me. It's Monday. It's Man Talk Monday. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
But we have a responsibility and a duty to be fathers. Not to just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So be a man.
And we are back. And like I said, Wayne may not be here tonight. He has some other business to tend to. Oh, one thing I do want to say before I bring on my co-host, I did another restaurant review. Those are actually pretty popular. People love to hear you talk about food. We went to this place over the weekend called Batch South Florida, and I had the chicken and waffles plate. Just go watch my shorts and you'll see. I think I got a new catchphrase when something is good, when I just be like, oh damn, it's really good. So just go check that out. Still trying to link the channel to Facebook. They're telling me that I have to wait because the channel is so newly created. So stay tuned to that. We will be linking it to Facebook. Those of you that are coming in right now, please make sure and hit the like, share, and subscribe button. But y'all don't want to hear me talk about all the particulars. Peace of Michelle. I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge you. Shout out to Ricardo. We did hear from Keela this weekend. She was live in the chat for Pour Your Heart Out. She's just dealing. Hey, life is happening right now. Unfortunately, life is something that you just can't. It happens. Once it happens on you, then there's all you could do is just wish people strength and stuff like that, and send them positive vibes. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. But Keela she was there Saturday, and so she's not a part of the Straight Talk Society. I don't want nobody to start thinking that. She was there Saturday, so she just needs some time. It is, hey, sometimes it's like that. Hey, I got to deal with a situation that's coming up this week too that I don't want to deal with, but hey, it's life. You make your bed, you gotta lie in it sometimes. So with all that being said, Young Kev, what's up, man?
Yo, King Trev, King Mike. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling right. And yeah, I need to be right more often. This feels good.
Uh-oh. What you mean when you say you're feeling right? Okay, enough said. Enough.
I'm not on alcohol. I'm talking about a certain bet I made that I won.
Oh no. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. I was about to say you need to join the MMA Brothers show, but I thought when you say you was feeling right, I'm like, oh my goodness, Mango Mike in the building was. Hey, before Mike comes on, I do want to say this. Venkat, if you're listening, you got to change that picture of Kev. Like Kev, hey, and I mean this in the most heterosexual, non-homo way in the world. Kev is a good-looking fella. I don't know why Venkat chose this picture of him. Yeah, you need to get an updated picture, Venkat. I don't know why Kev doesn't turn his camera on. I really don't know why. I mean, hey, y'all, he could get him a cougar on. Hey, especially the way these women are on YouTube and they just throw themselves at you, man. You can get a couple. I'm telling you, Kev. I'm telling you, you can get a couple. But hey, we'll get to that hill when we pass it. What's up, Mike?
What's popping, yo? Peace to you. Peace to y'all. Peace to the chat.
Why you sound so down?
I'm just ready to be annoyed by Kevin. If he calls me king, I know he about to be abrasively arrogant.
Yes, sir. King Mike.
Shout out to Bones in the building. Well, we'll get to that section after the opening story because I rarely use the word eviscerate until I feel like we have to eviscerate somebody, and there's an evisceration that is due. So let's get into the first stupid people story of the day. Let's put her face on the screen so everybody can take a look at this face. First of all, I don't trust a woman that's older with these baby hairs laid down on their hair. Just something about it just untrustworthy to me. So you see the headline: Memphis police and Child Protective Services officially investigating mother who allowed her young daughter to give Brazilian waxes, helped with 24 clients. So this is her Jasmine the Miracle. That's her company name, I guess. When I say I'm passing down deeds and LLCs to my creation, I mean that. Miss Chloe did her thing today. She literally helped me wax 24 clients starting from 7:25 to 5 p.m. She made a total of $744, and I'm going to put the money towards whatever her future dreams and aspirations are. So before y'all go, well, I don't know. I was going to say before y'all go off, before we get into that, let me just play this this quick video that sums this up. I found this video on TikTok, and I think this sums this up nicely. So here we go.
Mom who made her 9-year-old perform Brazilian wax on adult women for 10 hours and then posted it on social media.
It shows a young girl performing body waxing services on a nude woman. It is outraging people, not just here in Memphis, but across the country right now.
Like anybody that was in there should be registered as a sex offender.
In the post, the mother shared pictures of her daughter performing waxing services on adults' privates and said, "When I'm passing down deeds to my creations." She helped me wax 24 clients from 7 in the morning to 5 in the evening and made over $700. The Memphis Police Department has launched an investigation and is urging everyone who downloaded the photos to delete them immediately and refrain from sharing them. The mother hasn't responded yet or answered her phone or door. But what do you think about this? Make sure to like and follow to stay updated on this case.
Why would you think that in what world, especially in the world we're in, that would be okay to expose your child to adult stuff?
All right. I'm gonna let Mike, because Mike sound like he want to get some stuff off. But first off, shout out to Moon Goddess. We missed you the past 2 weeks, Moon Goddess. Peace to you. Michelle says, Trevor, I missed Pour Your Heart Out Saturday. On Sunday, I watched it, and it was so refreshing. A couple of women chatting it up. Yes, that's the diversity that the Straight Talk Society brings to you. Pour Your Heart Out has been gone for 6 months. Michelle, I don't know if you were watching it before they took the hiatus, but if you go to the channel, there's a Pour Your Heart Out folder, I guess. Playlist. And you can see all their previous episodes. I think they did like 10 of them. So you can see all their previous episodes before they took the break. And Moon Goddess is one of the stars of Pour Your Heart Out. Mike, when you see this story, what do you got to say about this?
Honestly, I do what most men do when they see something that doesn't make sense, but it involves a woman. We flip the genders and we think how it would look if it were the other way around. Thank you. If there was a father who was having his son give bald hair hair removal for other people, I think it wouldn't just be people being upset. It wouldn't just be people going, that's wrong. There would be people outside of this man's house trying to murder him. You can't tell me any different. This woman has her child standing in front of other women's vaginas, touching them, moving them, manipulating them, putting warm fluids on them, and then ripping it off. If they were after everybody for watching, no, I'm not going to say that. All I'm going to say is I look forward to hearing Kevin make this make sense. I look forward to it because this little girl who's younger than my daughter should not have seen more vaginas than Kevin has. I don't understand it. Make it make sense.
I'm not laughing at this. You obviously know I'm laughing at what he just said. But oh man, because Mike brings up a good point where he said if it was a man, we'll get there. Kev. So to preface this, Wayne sent me this a couple of mornings ago, but he didn't have the original post then the original post was sent to me. So I have the unedited photos, but there was no way in the hell I was going to put those up. Kev, what you got?
We appreciate it.
Yeah, don't do that for sure. And I seen plenty of vagina. Thank you. I could see more. You know, if anybody in the chat wants to throw some
Turn your camera on.
I'm just saying.
Turn your camera on, pretty boy. Maybe you get some. Maybe you get the cougar meat that you want.
One of these days. I want to make sure my my room is like adjusted and stuff like that. I want it to be pretty, but yeah, no, there's no way to defend this. I'm not even disappointed. I'm just not surprised because this is what we glorify. We glorify the wrong things in our culture, and it's going to be a point to where, yeah, our kids going to be involved, if not already. So, yeah, this chick is a bozo, a bum. I blame the guy for procreating with her because clearly he don't have no sense, and I blame her for just being a shitty person. Yeah, I followed up with this story and I saw that CPS is getting involved. Normally, I don't like the government being involved with people's businesses, but in this case, and with people like this, I am all for the government taking away your kids because you don't need kids, and that's the way I see it. And yes, I'm not defending her.
Whoa! I mean, right out the gate, what is going on?
Oh no, keep that mess away from kids. That's my thing. You can do whatever you want with your life, but when it involves kids, I don't like that. That's my thing.
So Mike brings up a good point. I want to go back to that. I don't want to stay on this too long for obvious reasons, but Mike says that if there was a man, we'd be outside his door trying to get him. Now, Mike and myself have young daughters. A lot. I'm gonna tell you guys, for me personally, I'm not gonna speak for Mike. A lot of my hatred towards a lot of stuff now has happened to me in the past 8 years. A lot of stuff I would have looked at and I probably would have been like Kev, and I could see the other side. Now I got zero, like, bro, there is no gray area. It's like, hey, no, it's not right. So Mike, as a father of a young girl, where does this hit you?
It scares me because what was the age of the little girl?
So the age is different because on one thing it said 5, but on the report they said 9. So I don't know. She looks probably more in between, like maybe 6.
Right, because I heard 5. I am struggling with how to talk to my daughter this week about menstruation. And this little girl has seen more leakers than all of us combined. That doesn't make any sense to me, bro. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I get it. You want to leave your kid some money. You want to leave her a job, I guess. I don't know. But this, like, putting her in front, bro, she doesn't need to see blown out cats at 5, 6 to 9 years old. Like, that's nuts. And bro, you can't tell me this is going to have lasting effects on this little girl. When she realizes what this is for and how many she's seen and what's going to be done to them and what was done to them and some of the tattoos that were probably on some of them, some of the rings that are probably on some of them, I guarantee you anybody this lackadaisical had no conversations with their kid. There was no conversations. Hold on. Sorry. There were no conversations. There was no, okay, baby, we're going to talk about what we did today. It was just, that's right, we making that money. And this is why ratchet culture needs to die. I don't know why people continue with it. I don't know why people think this so-called empowerment of women is so amazing when it always leads to foolishness like this. I'll never understand it. It always leads to showing off secondary sex characteristics or doing something that makes no damn sense. Somebody changed my mind.
So
I agree. It needs to die. Go ahead.
I don't want to sidebar, but if I don't, I'm gonna forget. Since Moon Goddess is in the chat, and I don't know if Nini's listening, but we just got a message on your Pour Your Heart Out. It says, "Hi, I'm a new subby. I wanted to make sure I don't miss the next live. I am not only a natural hair enthusiast, but also a stylist." So you guys got a new subby to the channel, and somebody looking forward to your next Pour Your Heart Out live. So you guys need to make sure that you stay consistent on that. Yeah, so when I looked at this, because at first, again, when Wayne sent it to me, it was a small picture, so you really didn't get to see it. And so when I finally did see it, I'm like, man, again, like you look at the title of this show, Trading in Your Integrity for Social Media Likes. If her need for social media acceptance wasn't to the point where it was, we may have never known about that. Because let's just think about it. Had social media not been around, what would be the need for her to be posting it? And then the headline, "I'm leaving deeds and LLCs." How? You know, when my daughter was 5, I got pictures of me having her in the kitchen, teaching her how to crack eggs and whisk eggs to make breakfast. Never once in my mind was I like, hey, you know what? Little mama, how about I come show you how to do this? Mike mentioned having to have demonstration talk with his daughter. You know what I do every day? I'm like, boy, I'm so glad I got my wife, because there's some shit in life that I'm just not ready to handle. If my daughter was to come to me now and be like, hey, daddy, I'm not, and she doesn't even do that now. She'll be like, where's mama? She'll be like, where's mama? And I'm like, I don't know. And then I'll be like, what's wrong? And then she'll whisper in my wife's ear and be like, hey, down here isn't feeling good, or just anything. Because it's just so, I know it's my child and everything, but you don't need to expose these kids to this, just random boxes. And your kids. Cliff makes a good ass point, man. Cliff says, I understand she wants to keep the family business in the family, but the child should be a cashier or sweeping the floor.
Agreed. I've never agreed with Cliff before in my life.
I mean, think about this, and this is why we made a conscious effort before because we took like 2 weeks off on Man Talk Monday. We made a conscious effort that we weren't going to tone things down, because it was like, oh man, people say we're too rough on women and things like that. But then when I thought about it, I'm like, well, wait a minute. At some point, you want to know the truth. This show is designed for us to say things and we have a conversation. Two adults have an adult conversation, a give and take. Hey, I feel this, you feel this. Let's talk about it. That's what this is about. Too long have we been quiet and not, it's so funny. Me and my wife watch Tubi movies a lot on the weekend, and the conversations that spark from these low budget movies is like, hey, let's just have a conversation. Just have a conversation. And this, what bothered me the most, because when you see stuff like this, I always go to the comment section. And the amount of women that were applauding her. Yes, queen. Yes, queen. Oh, you doing that thing. You're teaching them to be a boss. Oh, you're teaching her to be a boss at a young age. I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't. And it could be just probably because I saw the pictures. Like, because when I heard it, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm trying to tone it down. Like, okay, maybe it's not as bad as what I'm reading. But I saw the picture, and it's they're full frontal out in front of the girl. There's no towel there. There's nothing hiding it. So you're setting this kid up to be confused. You're setting this kid up to. I'm good. Well, what else y'all got on this? I just I don't know.
Now I'm ashamed about the women that actually went through with it. That also ticks me off as well. And I kind of wish we had like a Caucasian co-host, Spanish co-host, or like a guest that can give me their perspective, because it makes me wonder, do white people do this as well? Like, do Spanish people do this? Indian people do this? Because I don't know if you guys ever been through this, but I know with my parents, they used to love walking around the house naked. My mom especially. My dad, sometimes he would have like his tidy whitey underwear. I can't remember what you call it. It's not boxers, but yeah, sometimes you would walk around the house with that in that, and sometimes you see little balls hanging out. But and I also remember going to one of my friend's house, and his mom was like screaming at him, and titties was all exposed, and I remember closing my eyes and then doing like the little, opening with my hands, and she was like, "What's wrong with him?" He's like, "Good." And he pointed at her. Because you never seen titties before, tete before. I was like, no. It makes me wonder, because it surprises me when people don't realize, like, okay, maybe this is how sex offenders pop up, because they're desensitized to like all these exposures of body parts, and like with thought cultures, it's the same thing. We're just exposing body parts, ass, titties, and they're pushing it. They're pushing it on YouTube. I mean, I know, even if with your kids, if you have like a YouTube, I forgot what you call it, but YouTube for kids, you can still look at vagina and titties on it. So it's like, what, where are we going with this? Where is it going to stop? That's my issue.
Hey, Mike, the young man on the road tonight.
Hey, I'm confused, right? Because he can see how thought nature is making all these things that are horrific and things that we should rage against, but he can't see who's doing it, or who's pushing it, or who's making it mainstream. But I'm gonna take the half a win, and I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not even gonna fight him today.
I'm half Wayne tonight.
You feel me? You feel me?
Ricardo says, yes, Queen, what? That ain't it. Enough of this boss bitch and bad bitch mentality. This is unacceptable. Yes. Why is this little girl becoming accustomed to seeing the pink velvet on full display? Ricardo, go the original. Well, I did read that they made them take it down. So but the original post, I went straight to the comments, and that's all you saw is the glorifying of this. And then when women were coming against it, saying, hey, this is not good for your young girl. Oh, why you being so old fashioned? Or telling the dudes, oh, y'all over sexualize everything. Y'all make everything about sex. What?
Ma'am, that's where sex occurs.
What? Listen, when I saw it, man, I was just dumbfounded. I'm like, man, I can believe it, but I can't believe it. I just can't believe that as a mom, you do that type of stuff. And I do agree with Kev though, because being raised up island family, your parents like to walk around with no clothes on. Like my dad would always just walk around in his underwear, and they'd wear the old school tighty whities. And my stepmom would walk around in her slip, like she'd have on a slip, the white slip.
Yeah.
But I think that was more husband. I think that was more, yeah. But you know what's funny though? Them ladies used to have all the kids, but all their bills was paid just in that slip, just wearing that slip. But they listen more anyway. But Michelle. What does Michelle say? It's sad. I think back in the days when our little girls used to bathe, the old white masters in their white man, there you go. Oh man, Michelle, hold on, Michelle.
Chat bomb.
Yeah, Mike loves this. That is what's up, man. Because listen, it all goes back. Dr. Mia loves to talk about this too, like the old slave masters and the things that they would have them do. And literally, that's why they say those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it, because everything we see, all your glorification of Sexy Red, and I just saw something the other day. I guess I'm the last person to see it, with Sexy Red doing her music video after she just had her baby. And I'm bro, something gotta be wrong with her. And she has to be mental. Something gotta be wrong with her mentally. Because even if the baby doesn't make you a better person, then nothing ever will. So I don't know. But hopefully that woman gets some doesn't just get a slap on the wrist. Hopefully she gets punished. And we're one thing we are not talking about to the degree I think we should is the women that actually will sit there and do that. You know why, Mike? Because again, I got to go back to what Mike said. Let's say that was her son. Let's say that was her 5 to 9 year old son doing the waxing. Do you think those women would have felt comfy laying there for him to do that?
I wouldn't put it past him.
So why is it okay for the little girl?
Ugh. You know what? I want to send a shout out. First of all, what Trevor just said is 100% correct. That is all factual. Well done, sir. I want to send a shout out to the ladies that saw that this was bullshit and said something. Because I think the worst version of the women today are the ones that let the bad women go along unmolested. They let them move along in their foolishness. They let them do anything they want. And then they go, well, that's just her. Or they go, well, if that's what she wants to do, then she should be able to do it. No. When something is whack, you call it out. When something is trash, you call it out. When something is foolhardy, you call it out. When something is aiding to the destruction of your community, you call it out. So thank you, ladies. Because the way men are treated nowadays, there's very few men that'll call things out. I'm a dying breed. I get canceled every other week. I just ain't got no money, so it don't matter. But this is men are just men, instead of trying to fight, just move on with their day. I'm not the type, because I love black women and I want them to, and I'm raising one. So I need her to be awesome. I just had a conversation with her mom today, telling her that I'm going to have a talk with her about what I expect her to be as a young lady and how I expect her to act around other women and around other men. And her mom and her mom and my mom, we all sat down and talked about it. And they were like, you know what, that makes total sense. And it's like, even the woman I divorced, I picked correctly because she had sense. We just didn't work. Doesn't mean I picked someone that didn't have sense. She knows better and she wants better. And that should be something that every woman in our community has. Know better, want better for your progeny and for yourself. Letting these moronic people who just happen to share your chromosomal lineup do whatever they want because it doesn't affect you, you don't know that could affect your child. Because you guys ignored these morons in these thought pockets, you let them become mainstream, and now your child looks up to Sexy Red. We got 5-year-olds singing Hands on Your Knees. We got idiots putting their 4-year-old kids in strip club classes. This is what occurs when you don't stop it and nip it in the bud. So I welcome all of you to please help me stop these thought pockets, because I don't want my daughter to be one. And I'll be quiet.
Moon Goddess says that children are sponges. Absolutely. The saying is that your silence speaks volumes. And for too long, it's just been a loud silence. Like nobody says anything. It's just nothing to see here. That's why we do this, because everybody's, oh yeah, all you'll do is bash her. No, we don't. If you can't tell by now, when you hear us talk, the love that we have for women, I think you don't want to hear it. We're just saying, hey, be better. Just like you want us to be better with us. That's all we're saying. Michelle says that I'm a retired nurse. I had a white old man who had a wound in his groin area. I had to change the dressing daily. I hated this man. I know people that were nurses to like older white men, And the horror stories that they would tell me, like the way those men acted and
Oh yeah,
wanted to make sure that they touched them. And
sir,
there's a new subby that
You touch me.
a new subscriber
stop it,
that
Kevin.
says she just listened to Pour Your Heart Out.
Coming in nursing home, that is.
Sir, I can promise you, it's not just men. It's not just men. I used to be a CNA. As everybody in Central Florida tell you, you've been a CNA once or twice in your life. The old women are just as filthy. I promise you. I could tell you stories. An old lady telling me, hey, once you wash this pee up, this coochie gonna be right back to brand new. You could jump in this, young man. I've never been called chocolate yumminess more in my life than when I was in a nursing home. Old people are filthy, and I feel for you, Michelle, but just know it's sucky on this side too. All old people are nasty and filthy, and all I can say is you get your chance to be when you get old.
Hey, I listen, man. That's why I love this show, man. Is everybody? This is why I want everybody I want everybody for 2024 just hear the spirit of Man Talk Monday. Hear the spirit of Man Talk Monday. One thing I didn't mention, it is coming up sometime in the middle of March. You guys know that I do a bunch of debates over here on Thursday, Bible debates. We will be having a debate on Man Talk Monday. The gauntlet has been laid down, and the political prophet amongst men, MD, will be taking on Captain Manosphere himself in a structured debate over here on Man Talk Monday, sometime in March. I don't know when, but y'all look forward to that. Once we get the date and the time and the title locked in, then we're gonna get I'll get on the flyers and things like that. So, Kev, you got any last words on this before we move on?
On this subject, for anybody who's seen that picture or see pictures like this in the future, just make sure you don't save it to your phone, because that could be considered child material, and you don't want any issues with the police. But yeah,
That's how they
all
got us with that R. Kelly stuff. You're right.
Yep. But yeah, that's it. Do better. Stop embarrassing black people.
I was watching something on Jared Fogle, and that's how they got him. He thought that he thought he was getting away deleting all that stuff. No, he thought he was fine because he just had the stuff on his phone. Didn't know that they, once they got that tip that they were on him. So, all right, let's get into this video that I made. So hey, this ain't VanCat quality, so judge your mama. But here we go. Cliff, make sure you're in the chat, buddy. This is for you.
For the women that fell hook, line, and sinker, like how could you hear that story and not hear the BS in it? I challenge anybody that can hear my voice right now. Go on YouTube, look up man hits woman. Tell me any video you find where man hits woman in public and other men stand by and don't do nothing. I'll send you 50 right now. Find it. I'm putting it on the spot. Find it, send it to me. We'll put it in the show next week. 50
no
up.
problem.
Because it don't exist.
Oh boy.
A few moments later.
Hilarious.
My train riding NYC.
Say it to my face now. Say it to my face now. Tell me to take a chill pill. Say the word chill pill.
Oh.
Say the word chill pill.
Oh.
Say the word chill pill.
Oh. Listen, yo, you wildin'. She a female.
Mind your business.
What?
Mind your business. Say it again.
That's OD.
Say it again.
That's
Say it again.
OD.
I'm tired of you in my black business. You understand? Mind your business.
What?
Tired of y'all all up in my business. I'm dealing with my kids. You understand? Mind your business. Mind your business. It ain't about being a role model. It's about getting my respect from people like you. All these other races out here. Mind your business.
I never gave.
Man, I'm ready to anything up that's in my business.
So
holla at
that's
me,
my
man.
man's right there.
Holla at me, man.
And he let his
What I
girlfriend
thought?
get robbed.
What I thought, y'all out here looking for victims. I'm a suspect. You understand?
Oh no.
Suspect. I do out here.
This is nuts.
Mind your business. And when my family on the train,
You wanna rock the nigga so bad,
out the way.
and it's like he's not even too good.
Another one. Another one.
Only on the phone. Only on the phone.
Oh, another one.
Weird ass,
I ain't buying this one.
No, bitch, you need to get the fuck up and go choose up one of these pins.
She don't make enough money for me, P. She don't make enough money for me, P.
Thought you had a punk, bitch. I ain't no punk, bitch. Bitch, you are. Hey, come over here. I already marked you out.
Oh. 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 Hey, she a goer. I might be able to do something with her. A bitch that could take some shit like that, man. You know?
Mike,
Just get out the way. Let me rock.
The floor is yours.
Thank you kindly. Now, everyone, I'm gonna go reverse chronologically. Okay. No, I'm gonna go somewhere else, then I'm gonna come back. I want to start with Cliff. Cliff, I saw the videos you sent. They were past pathetic. Do better. You're so sad. You had more than 3 weeks to find something to make me bow, just to make me bow down to how awesome you could be. And you could find nothing that made any sense. We gave Kevin 12 minutes and he found one video that fit the description of what I asked for. Now I'm gonna go reverse chronologically. The second video we saw, the second video we watched, I do not accept that because in the words of a wonderful animated character named a pimp named Slickback, that is not a lady, sir. That's a hoe. Okay? Yeah, that's a hoe.
Yes.
No. Let me finish, please. Hoes and women are totally different. They might be the same gender, but everyone knows, if you know anything about hoes, that violence is a part of their life. There are stories about bottom bitches throughout history, from not just black. I know people like to say pimps and black, from way before black people were doing it. There were stories about bottom chicks and whores getting beaten, gorilla pimps this and beat your girl this, and go read the old Iceberg Slim books and you see women, whores getting beaten is pretty much par for the course. So I do not accept that second video. But what I will tell you is that first video was on par. It was on par with what I said, and it was the exact opposite of what I said you wouldn't. It's the exact thing I said you would not find. I will say this though. That man was not two things. That was not a man. He was terrified of that black guy. When I heard that was his girlfriend that got slapped and he didn't do anything, you know by the time he got home, he was single. By the time they got off that bus, she was like, you might as well keep walking your own direction because I need somebody that's going to protect me. I'm done with you. I could have did nothing myself. That dude is done. But he was terrified of that black guy. He wanted no smoke, and he did absolutely nothing. I didn't see any other men on that train, but I'm not foolish or childish enough to act like there's possibilities or probabilities that there wouldn't have been other men. The guy that was in front of him was related to him. I think that was his son from some of the stuff they were saying. I didn't see any other men, but I'm pretty sure there was another man on there, and nobody did anything. So either this white woman was that much annoying, said some racist stuff or something, or everybody on that train is coochie. So I'll leave it at that. Kevin, you're going to get your 50 as soon as you develop a Cash App. I don't know how we couldn't send this for your birthday, but you'll get your money because I'm a man of my word. And this is why when I say Mike is right, I say I'm 98% right. Because there's always a 2%. There's always a 2%. And this is the first me being wrong on the network. First time.
So Kev, hold on, Kev.
But
Cliff
it took how many weeks?
Cliff is in the back. Cliff is in the back. I'm gonna bring Cliff up, but before I bring Cliff up, first of all, how did I do on the video? That's first and
No,
foremost.
that was fire. And you see, and just so people know, he had to put his face up because that whore was walking around with no clothes on. So like when I say she was a hoe, I'm not acting, I'm not joking, I'm not being descriptive. I'm saying what her job is. If she had to put down a resume, her job title would be hoe.
So to that point, and Cliff is in the back. Like I said, I'm gonna let Cliff come up and defend this video because Cliff is the one who sent it. Mike, I told Mike I didn't want to know what he I told Mike I didn't want to know what he thought about the video. Because we do that. Sometimes we'll send each other stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to hear about it. I'll wait until Monday. And I said I'll give my views after I hear you. And I gotta say, and Mike's been my friend for a long, long time. I'm disappointed at Mike's response, and the only reason is, regardless of if she was a lady of the night or whatever, and that wasn't her pimp. First of all, I know you didn't say that, but I want to just establish that that's not her pimp. That guy, this was a guy who obviously threw something at her. They were jaw jacking back and forth. And my only question is, why couldn't he just leave her, like just let her keep talking? Why did he have to walk over there and square up with her?
Sir?
And hold on. Then for the other guy to be like, oh, I could take her because she could take a punt. Like what?
You're proving my point. Now, I would like you to remember that what we're talking about is not whether or not he should have hit her. Because he didn't hit her, he threw her. That's one. He didn't hit her. No, it's not semantics. The words
Mike,
I
that's
said was,
semantics like a
it's not semantics. He didn't hit her.
You're leading the witness.
Hey, y'all gonna let me speak? I'll
Yeah,
let y'all
go
speak.
ahead.
Okay, he did not hit her. If you and I get in the tussle, and I pick you up and throw you, you can't tell the police that I struck you. That's just what it is. You guys can say semantics. It's a fact. A punch is different than a throw. That's why they're named different. Secondly, that woman. No, I didn't even finish the first point. You and I are not talking about whether or not he should have done it or not. That's not what the discussion is about. I never said he was right. I never said he was wrong. I never made a point. All I said was she's a hoe and violence is a part of their nature and a part of their job description. That's what I said. I didn't make any comment about him. If you want to talk about him, that could be a separate thing. I don't want to conflate the two because that's both goalposts moving. We're talking about what we're talking about. And what we're talking about is I said specifically that you can't find a man that would hit a woman, and that was not a woman, that was a hoe, but I digress. You cannot find a man that's going to hit a woman in front of a bunch of men, and the men aren't going to do anything, because what we were talking about was whether men defend women or not. So that whole video does nothing to prove that. The second video, the first video, it is exactly that. And that's why I'm going to give the money to Kev, even though I'd rather give it to Cliff. Actually, to keep it a buck, I was going to send Cliff $10 just to leave me alone until Kevin, for real, I was going to send him 10 and be like, stop sending me these whack ass videos, until I saw what Kevin sent me. Because what Kevin sent me is literally what I said. I said, a man hitting a woman in front of other men and them men doing nothing. That's exactly what the first video was from Kevin. What Cliff's video is a hoe arguing with the man, and then the man throwing the hoe, and then the hoe bouncing back up like hoes do with her setup ready to fight. Because that's what hoes do. You can look at me like I'm wrong. You can look at me like I'm terrible. If we were talking about pimps and somebody cut off a pimp hair and a pimp pull out a razor, like, who the hell did this? I'ma cut me a bitch. And y'all go, what kind of man cuts people? I would say pimps. That's what pimps do. Pimps got razors and long pinky nails. That's what I see when I see pimps. So just like I see hoes, that's what hoes do. Hoes fight and they get beat up by people who aren't their pimps. That's where the term out of pocket came from. You out of pocket. You don't be looking at me if I ain't yours. I could beat you or take you from your man. And then y'all act like y'all don't know the game. But I'm gonna stay out of it. Go ahead, Cliff. Speak those things that don't make sense.
If I didn't know Mike, because me and Mike had a conversation earlier about this, and I told about his delivery. His delivery is making me, if it wasn't me, making me sit here and be like, damn, well, you know what? He might be right with what he's saying.
I am right.
Cliff,
I'm right.
Cliff,
Yeah, I'm
Cliff,
ashamed.
Cliff, go on and say your piece.
It was a fresh video. It wasn't like Google, so it was like a fresh video that just popped up. So I didn't Google it. But when Mike said that comment, I remember I went to Daytona. I went to DJ Uncle Al Fest. I went to all the stuff. I see females getting beat up around guys. I see females like Daytona, all the Freaknik, females getting raped in front of guys. At the club finish, I see females sometimes get jumped by guys. So I see that. Now we got the phone now. I see it, but I don't save it. And I see most of the time I see some of the guys that go both ways, beat up a female. You see that on camera a whole lot. But I didn't Google none of it. Wherever it popped up, I saved it and I gave it to Trevor. It was fresh. It wasn't Google. So I never his comment while I was trying to comment that Daytona had a whole lot of that. That's what
Can I
I'm saying.
respond?
Now you moving the goalposts and saying, "Oh, she's a hoe. She got this." I'll say, "Hold on, she's a woman."
Nope.
At the end of the day, you gotta respect it.
I'll let you finish.
So
I'll let you finish.
Behind closed door, we don't know who our mom is, so we just gotta respect every woman as a man.
You really pull that out? You really pull that?
Talk your talk, Cliff. Talk your talk.
He really pulled that card out. Oh, you don't even believe that bullshit you just said. Man, if you don't get that, I was about to have a serious response. And he pulled that out.
Hey,
wow. You know what? I'm gonna act like you didn't say the last part, and I'm gonna say what I was gonna say on my heart before you say that foolishness at the end. He sees somebody's mom. Man, if you don't get the hell off of anyway, all right. So since you were being serious before you said that foolishness at the end, since you were being serious, I will say this. I know there is when it comes to gays or effeminate men, they'll fight a woman straight up. And most men will stay out of that because they see that male as a chick, right? But as far as men who are heterosexual, like men that show as, I don't know how to talk in this new day and age, but you know what I mean. Hitting a woman and other men standing around not doing it, I've never seen that in my life. I've been around plenty of different types. I've been around Spanish men, Jewish men, Italian, Irish, Peruvian, Arabic, all kinds. And every single time a man hand go up, and I'm talking about even if the woman is hitting on the man. I've seen the woman beating the man down and the man put his hand up to hit the woman and guys come out of nowhere and just grab on this dude like they were not, like they ain't see the woman hitting him the whole time. But if you've seen women get raped, then I'm mad at you. Because why you ain't do nothing?
Like I said, hold on. I said it was Daytona. Everybody
why you
knew
ain't do
Daytona.
nothing? You was in Daytona.
They are Freakniks. Freakniks, it was happening all over. They showed all the old.
They're only somebody's daughter when they're a Freaknik? They only somebody's daughter when they're not Freaknik?
Let me say myself. If I fight one dude, I find the whole strip. So me, skinny me, gonna win the fight and get the whole strip.
So you're saying this girl who's somebody's daughter isn't worth you getting the ass whooping to protect her from getting raped? You're gonna come off looking bad in this, Cliff. You might want to let this one go. I'll roast you on this one. You don't want to keep going. You're gonna make yourself look horrible.
It's the same routine. You should know the routine. You see a bunch of guys who got to stay in the car. Most girls like to walk on the strip. We tell the girls when we win there, we say go back in your car. If the girl trying to walk there, we say, hey, we can't save you. Even the family members, when my little cousin go to the Freaknik, we say, hey, stay in the car. Don't go out. If you go out of the car, we're gonna die because they're gonna kill us who are trying to save you. So some might say, I cannot save all females. It was a full of guys. I say, when it's a packed party with guys with their homeboys, they're gonna do it. That's what he said. I say some females got to understand the atmosphere and just trying to play it safe.
So what you're saying is some women don't listen and some women do whatever they want to do, and it's not your job to protect them? Is that what you're saying? Because your life matters?
You walked right into that, Cliff.
I'm trying to protect who I can, but like I say, if it's a bunch of
So you
if it's a
only
bunch of dudes, I'm not gonna. It's a crowd. But I'm
Hey,
saying,
Kevin, this your boy?
I'm
You
saying,
still got
you
the first video clip. Don't worry.
Cliff, you walk right into that, buddy. Hey, Cliff, I gotta let Kev go so we can move on to the next story. You walk right into that though, man. Hey, Kev, what? Michael just keep dragging you more and more down. Don't even do it.
I will.
Don't even do it.
I will.
He don't stop. He just does not stop. Kev,
And I have a headache, and I'll still do it. I'll make my headache worse just to pull you down with me. You sound like an enabler, Cliff.
Kev, what were your thoughts on this? Because you Mike is admitting that you got him.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
and not
that's
for
what makes him
nothing.
King Mike today.
Not for nothing. I think Cliff's video is much more egregious than the train video, because the train video you could clearly see that she was, well, he said that he was with his kids and she told him something and he was like, don't be ordering me, don't talk to me like that, white lady, so he was on some racist stuff with it. Say that again.
Yeah, she was being antagonistic.
Yeah. So he decked her and he hit her in the back of the ears. I'd rather get hit in my jaw than to get hit in the back of the ear, because your whole equilibrium be gone off. But I think the second video to me was much more egregious because she was across the street and he walked over there and picked her up and slammed her. And shout out to Ricardo for noticing that I had to put the logo in the middle like that. That was a trick that I learned.
That was me. I said
no, but Ricardo typed it in the chat because he's saying what he was wondering why I put it in there. Ricardo probably wanted to see what she looked like.
Hey, it was juicy, twin. It was juicy.
I had to, Ricardo. I had to put the I had to put that up there to block that out. So, Kev, what you got on this before we move on?
Hey, you good? I was gonna say, regardless of the semantics, he's still King Mike.
It's not semantics.
Despite all the tap dancing, which I was thinking you'd stand on business, but hey, man,
nigga, I did
I'll give
stand
you half
on
a
business.
point. I'll give you half a point for that. But yes, respect sex workers. I hate that word, but yeah, she's a sex worker. She's a woman, so she deserves to not get her hands put on. Especially if you guys advocate that women just what do you call it? Offer up their bodies if they're gonna sell it anyways. You might as well just respect them while they're doing it. But yeah, I'm gonna make a cash. Oh no, I'm not gonna make a cash app. Yeah, I'll make a cash app. I'll make a cash app. Appreciate that, brother. And 2024, come correct that, Kevin. Come correct.
So Cliff just
you in the
get
chat.
nothing then. Cliff just coming in with his long hands out then, huh?
And he could get if Kevin will give him a chunk off it, I'll break him off. But that video, once again, did not show a woman getting hit. Which is what I said.
No,
now, if I said pole
that's a
vault,
woman that got hit. That was your
if I said pole vault a heifer, then you'd have been right up in the mix. But he ain't hit her.
By the way, y'all saw the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
You saw the halftime show, right?
I'm not falling for whatever you're trying to go with.
Whoa, Usher?
With Usher, yes. And I saw
Alicia
a
Keys?
pole. Yep, I saw a pole on the ground.
I'll get out.
Two women dance on the pole. Give me my money.
I'll get out
That's all
of
I
here.
gotta say.
Cliff, what else you got before we move on?
That's it. Like how Mike moved the goalpost. Saying,
I didn't move no goalpost. The man literally played. The man literally played what I said before he played the videos. Did I not say in the video, show me a video of a woman getting hit? I said the word hit. Did I not say the word hit, Trevor?
Yes.
Hold on, if you do that, if you did that with a front of a cop, would you go to jail?
You wouldn't go to jail. You wouldn't go to jail for battery. You go to jail for throwing.
Moving the goalposts. Boy,
Hey,
I ain't
hey,
moving no goalposts.
Mike ain't dying on this hill, boy.
Shit. I don't know what y'all think this is.
Mike ain't dying on this hill, man. Yeah, man, Cliff. Hey, you got to come better, Cliff. I told you about Cliff though. Cliff relentless. He ain't gonna stop.
Yeah.
He gonna be
And
sending
I'll
me
give
all
it to him
type
if
of
he get
stuff
it.
to send you.
If he get it, I'll give it to him. Hey, Trev, if I walk up to you and I push you in the shoulder and I say, "What's up?" What would you do?
Me?
Yeah, I just walk up to you like, "Hey, what's up?" And I push you in the shoulder. Me being me that you
Trevor
know.
is a guy. Trevor is a guy.
I'm gonna check you back though. Like I'm gonna be
No,
like, "What's
Trevor
up?"
is a guy. Is a woman.
Exactly.
You went to a
Right.
woman
No,
and
no, no,
pushed
no.
her.
I'm not
That's it.
disputing. I'm not disputing whether he's a man or woman. I'm saying if Trevor, my boy, and I see Trevor and I go, "Trevor, what up?" and I push him.
Oh, you
What would
mean
you
us
do?
as homies though? I thought you was just meaning like random.
Nah, just random.
Oh, if we was two random dudes not knowing each other, then I'm like, "What's up, nigga? Like, what's going on?"
Okay, you got words for me. If I walk up to you and punch you in the face, what you gonna do?
Oh, then we fighting.
So obviously, pushing, throwing, punching
Man,
are totally different things.
I
Thank you so
told
much.
y'all.
That
I
same
told
gender.
y'all. No,
Thank
don't
you
That
so
same
much.
gender. You say a woman. Trevor's not a woman.
Oh no, I'm talking about whether pushing or
No, no,
punching
no, no, no,
are
no,
the
no,
same
no, no.
thing.
Say if you push a woman, in front of everybody, what would happen?
Nigga, I'll push a woman in front of everybody. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. What's wrong with you? Oh, sorry. I'll push a woman in front of you. You ain't gonna do nothing to me.
Hey, Mike losing all the goodwill that he done gained with the women.
Hey man, I don't need goodwill. I got hella goodwill up here. They're hella stores.
All right,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
We gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the next we're gonna move on to the next story, man. Because we're almost out of here. We got one major story back, but I got a surprise for y'all on the other side of the break. We'll be right back.
They got a feeling that's what silence I can never make it rain, but fine, I make it drizzle. Digging for some change, I got some dimes and some nickels. I can never make it rain, but fine, I make it drizzle. Digging for some change, I got some dimes and some nickels. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. I'm broke as a joke and I hope I don't lose my mind. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. I'm broke as a joke and I hope I don't lose my mind. Just got paid, but I'm broke. You think that it's a joke? It's really hard to cope when you feel like there's no hope. When your funds running low and your pockets looking slim, you don't know which way to go or which way to begin. Looks can be deceiving. What gave you that impression? Live in my position before you ask me questions. Why you jumping to conclusions? Illusions is not healthy. Through all of the confusion, I can't find a soul to help me. Stand alone through the rain, stand alone throughout the drought. Digging my pocket for some change, but ain't a thing coming out. Bills piling up, collectors calling to collect it. All my money gone.
And we are back. Oh man, that was fun. So
My
you
bad,
guys
twin. They're
know,
called rakes. Rakes. My bad, twin.
you guys know over here on the Straight Talk Society is a bunch of characters. You know, I'm myself, Mr. Straight Talk, just turned up a whole bunch. Everything over here is character driven because we try to entertain you guys. And one thing about me, I always promote my people, I always push them forward and whatever they want to do. So we do have a new segment for you tonight. We got the debut of a particular list, and I'm gonna let this video that I put together explain it. So again, judge your mama if you want to crap on my list. But it is now time for the debut episode of Mike's Top 10.
being right isn't always the point. Let's go. Old hoes got new tricks, old folks hate my new whips. Old chill spots got upgraded, F vodka and Netflix. Old J's for these new fits, old Blaze backwoods piff. Old bills that I got them faded, now deposits and checks writ. My old homies was reckless, whipping in the bando, couple white girls jiggling topless. Rock mixed with thoughtness, rock life recognized. Far from a thug, but I got mine. And an 18-month-old with my initials giving me the 9 to pop mine. And it's registered, so I sit next to your body while you shot crime. Card in my hand, on my head, tell them, oh yeah, I shot mine. Stop lying, that confession, that shit was so cold. Another nigga beef that was watched last week, man, that shit was so cold.
Stop moving the goalpost. Chip, you know what? You just made the list.
All right, it is time for Mike's top 10 list. And what are we talking about today, Mike?
First of all, I hate your guts. That is way too much pressure. That was kind of lit.
Yeah, I like that.
That was way too much pressure. Now I feel like I feel like Moon Goddess is out there waiting for me to fail. So this is my top 10 favorite thoughts of all time. Everyone knows how I feel about thoughts. These are the top 10 thoughts doing it, in my opinion, of all time. I hope we all run with them. I apologize if you don't like them, but if you really don't like them, I don't really care because Mike is right. Go ahead, Trevor.
Number 10.
We have the beautiful Lori Harvey. I know some of you are like, man, she should be higher. But hey, she's just been putting in work. She's not done. She hasn't hung a jersey up yet. She's got a little Trey Songz. She's got some Michael B. Jordan, some Diddy, and Diddy's son. Like, how do you pull off the son and the dad? Damn, she a whole thought rocket. And Lewis Hamilton, y'all don't even know who that is. He drives the cars and it's before your time. And Damson Idris. She took a dude from the top show and ruined him anyway. Like, that's how bad she is. Her thought cootie game is fire. All of y'all bow down. Lori Harvey, number 10.
Number 9, Mike.
Number 9 is the only white male to make our list. A top-notch wrestler, Ric Flair. When I tell you this man has had 5 wives and cheated on all of them with a whole bunch of groupies and thoughts, and them chicks still came back, he had to remarry the one that he cheated on last. That's how, and his genes are so good that one of his thotty offspring is now a champion wrestler who's starting on her own. Well done, Charlotte. Ric Flair, number 9.
Number 8, Mike.
Number 8, we have our lone pure white woman on the list. She is a all-time hated thought by everybody, by everyone in the Christian church, Madonna. You guys, if you don't know this woman's thought history, you are lacking. When I tell you she's got people from all walks of life, she's got Sean Penn before he looked like he did way too much mescaline. She had Warren Beatty when he was already old. She had Vanilla Ice when he had money. She had Tupac. How the hell she got Tupac? But she got Tupac. She had Dennis Rodman. She had JFK Jr. Yo, she had a gangster rapper and the son of a president. Bro, that's crazy. And she had A-Rod, yo, the list goes on. And she's damn near 80 and still thotting along like the littlest train that could. Next, Trevor. That's Madonna, number 8.
Number 7.
Number 7 is most people that's around right now, their favorite rapper, Mr. Drake. Ugh. What can I say about Drake that hasn't been said about old Air Force Ones? You try your best not to make them dingy, but even if they are, you still rock them. He's had Leah P, Rihanna, SZA when she was a little too young, Kylie Jenner when she just crossed that line. Woo! Bella Hadid, Bella Harris, that's a fine chick if you ever look her up. Zamina, he even had J-Lo. J-Lo! Bro, she's like 30 years older. I'm going to stay out your business. I'm just saying he's a top shelf hoe. That's Drake at number 7.
Number 6, Mike.
Number 6 is somebody y'all probably don't remember, but I personally met her in the airport when I worked for TSA. And when I tell you I could smell the thought pheromones coming off her, Cat Stacks. If y'all don't remember Cat Stacks, you slipping. your favorite rapper, your favorite rapper's favorite orifice. I'll put it that way. She's woken up and taken pictures and exposed the likes of Bow Wow, Lil Wayne, Snoop Dogg, Soulja Boy, Nelly, Mello, Gucci Mane, 50 Cent, Waka Flocka, even Sean Kingston got a little bit. Good Lord. And they was none of her men. They was just dudes she smashed on a night on, it was just a Thursday night for her. That was nothing. When I tell you Cat Stacks is an all-time thought, you know I'm telling the truth. Cat Stacks. What's that, number 5?
Number 5.
Number 5. I had to tone the voice down a little bit because this is one of my elders, and I respect him highly. I think he only married a few times, but he's known legendarily to have slept with over 10,000 women. Whether it's Kim Novak, Edie Williams, and even the illustrious, delicious Pam Grier. Everyone show your respect for number 5, Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain. The only man to retire from one sport and the Hall of Fame and go on to another sport to be in the Hall of Fame and be in the Hall of Fame of Thoughton all at the same time. Wilt Chamberlain, number 5.
Number 4.
Now, number 4 is around, she's bridges the gap between my time and Kevin's time. She's known for smashing the Chief Keefs, but also the Le'Veon Bells. She smashed Dwight Howard, but also Des Bryant. She even got a little Sway Lee, but got some Fetty Wap. So she don't really care if you're getting money or you got it and you're losing it. She just wants to be around. And she's around one of Kevin's favorite old people, DJ Academics. We talking about Selena Powell. If you don't know, you're probably better off for it. But she is a top-ranked thought. She's even gotten some from Adam 22, which is not someone to be proud of, but she did it. Ew. Even got Offset a little bit before a certain Spanish robber of men did. But we're not going to bring anybody business up. Selena Powell, number 4.
Number 3.
Now, see, when it comes to the top three, the medal round, I really didn't want to, put people's business out about who they messed with or who they didn't. I really thought when it came to the men, because if you haven't noticed, I've been going man, woman, man, woman, man, woman. So this is going to be a man. But when it comes to these last 2 men, I think I just wanted to notate how many kids they had. I think that was enough for me. So number 3 has 8 children by 8 different women. He is a famous thought that's spoken about on this show plenty of times when we try to tell women to straighten up your life. Why the hell would you sign up for another Pookie baby when he already got 5? It is Mr. Future. Number 3, favorite thought of all time is Mr. Future, who's had Sierra, had Rihanna. Oh, Lord. Dude, I think he had a little bump with Nicki Minaj. We're not going to get all deep into that. Number 3, Mr. Future.
Number 2.
The number 2, our final woman, our gold medal woman, but the silver medal of all time. I personally will not name any of her stats. I will say her name, and somewhere inside your body, you will have a memory. I know Ricardo, my twin, is out there that can hear me. Somewhere in his body, he's going to twinge a little bit. He's going to, and he's going to remember back in the day what number 2 Superhead used to do. Woo! There is some men out there who went to the porno store and got that video, and we all know it was supposed to be 3 rounds and that Mr. Marcus was supposed to be the winner of round 1. We knew he lost all 3 of them rounds. He lost all 3 of them rounds. Yes, Moon Goddess, the name speaks volume. The originator of the Gok 2000. The originator of the double hand twist move. The originator of here it go, now it's gone. Superhead, number 2.
And the number 1 top thought, according to Mike, is?
The number 1 thought that we must show reverence and respect to. I used to call myself the Renaissance man because I thought I was a jack of all trades. I was good at so many things. Then I found out that this man started calling himself that, and I looked at his resume and I immediately let it go Because not only was he good at making people laugh, being good in movies, trying to make music, trying to make comedies, this man is fantastic at making babies and sexy women. When I tell you Nick Cannon is my number one thought of all time, everyone must bow. When I tell you other thoughts in the world look up to him as the king sniper, they just don't want you to know. When I tell you every woman you thought about hitting back in the day, Nick Cannon not only hit, but passed off to one of his homeboys. When I tell you Ray J made that song, I hit it first. And the day he made it, he had to go, oh, my bad, I hit it second. Because we all know Nick Cannon hit it first. Nick Cannon was hitting that before the surgery. Nick Cannon was hitting Kim Kardashian, who was an honorable mention on the list, by the way, was hitting her before she had the fatty. He was hitting her before she had the glitz and the glam. Nick Cannon has hit every woman you could think of and just decided to have babies with the ones that he did. This man has Mariah Carey babies. Who got Mariah Carey babies? He got twins from Mariah Carey, left, and she still called him. Think about that. He smashed. Oh, I'll do it a better way. There's some of you dudes out there who smashed a girl, had a baby by her, and she can't stand to look at you. This man has more than 7 women pregnant with his children, and they all call him on Father's Day. What kind of men are you? Not Nick Cannon. That's what kind of man. This is a top shelf, gold level, platinum plus thought, and you all must bow down to the number one thought of all time, Nicholas Cannon. Much love, Nick. I wish I could be like you, have my jersey in the rafters, but everyone else is below yours. Flag at half mast. Dun, dun, dun. They didn't pay me enough to play the whole song. You the man, Nick. You the man.
We should all aspire to be Nick Cannon.
Hey, hold on. Because he just gave his top 10 thought list. And one thing that all thoughts have in common is this.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallow?
Hey.
That was funny.
Hey, I'm going to tell y'all something. Mike didn't want to do this. He didn't know how this was going to turn out.
I did not.
I told him this was gonna be hilarious, bro. You're gonna have to do this every week now. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
My mama told me I have a fear of success. I can't do it every week. You know how much work I put into this?
I knew this was gonna be fantastic. I knew it. He asked me if I wanted to hear what he was even talking about. I didn't find out until a couple of hours before we came on the show. I didn't want to know nothing. All I wanted to do was just play his intro and have him go at it. You, sir, are friggin' hilarious. That was fantastic. Did you write any of that down, or you were just coming out of your head with that?
Like about 30% written.
Wow.
The rest is freestyling.
Hey, that was fantastic, man. Y'all put a 1 in the chat. Yeah, I can't do the poll from StreamYard, but I want to know if y'all want this to become a weekly occurrence. It is a lot of work, but I don't know, man. That was
Man knows his thoughts. Although I would disagree with Nick Cannon.
I do, sir, and I hate them all.
Hey, you see, I had to turn my camera off when he mentioned Super.
Bro, hey, am I lying?
He had to delete his history.
You know what's funny? When it came to the last 3, I was like, I don't need to write nothing for Superhead. I could go off memory about Superhead. I know everybody's seen that video.
Oh my God. I went and spent the $45. I spent the $45.
Dude, bro, come on, bro. She had that man clicking. No, stop. I'm like, bro, you ain't win, bro. He know he lost.
Yo, hey, see, everybody saying do it, man. Hey, Mike, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You're gonna have to do the list every week. Hey, it was something that we've been talking about this for a couple of weeks, something he wanted to do. We just was like, hey, how we gonna do it? But man, hey, you got to do it now. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. But oh
Ricardo,
my goodness!
If I did an honorable mention, you would have been in there. I didn't want to put your business out.
Oh man! All right. Damn.
Funny if you said Wayne.
Huh?
Nah, Wayne.
It'd be
Wayne
funny if you
ain't
said Wayne.
Nah, actually, the names I want to say I can't say because they'll fight me.
Man. All right. Well,
I know I'll probably be in there too. I was kind of
so
studying.
there you had it. The first the first edition of Mike's top 10 list. Man. And I threw the Chris Jericho in there because I knew you would probably be the only one who knew what he was
That shit
talking
had me
about.
rolling. That shit caught me. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh man,
You just made the list.
Oh my goodness, I got to come up with an outro though for when you do this. Oh man. All right, so all right, we got a couple minutes left. Let's get to the man. Hey man, that list was fantastic, man. You gonna have to. I don't know. I know he was talking about doing it like bi-weekly, but I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna do, but you got to figure it out. All right, let's get to the
work.
Hey, no, y'all have to understand though. Mike is in school though, so he got like homework and all that other stuff. So he probably can't commit to doing it every week. That's the thing. That's probably the only downside to it. Because he is in school, so even trying to carve out time to come on and do this on Monday. So,
I think it should be a surprise.
Yeah. If he just hit me up and be like, "Hey, let's do a list tonight," and then I just incorporate it in the show. We'll do that because I don't want to hold him to having to do it every week. Ricardo, we're gonna get it, man. We just got a lot of stuff going on. I don't want to have to commit to having them do it every week and then he try to rush it and stuff like that. So Mike, but it's a hit. So you gonna I gotta be more than monthly. Shaka.
Moon God is trying to give me a period.
Yeah.
She's trying to rush, she's trying to just state my cycle.
All right, we gotta we gotta figure it out though, man. That was great. So let's get into the MD in the building, the political prophet amongst men. MD, give me a date. Just give me an idea of a date that you want to do that. It's gonna be on a Monday. Give me a date that you want to do the debate with Wayne, and I'll pass it on to Wayne and see if it's okay with him because he's ready for you. But he does want to have a pre-debate conversation with you. So I figured he was going to be on tonight, but he's not. So let's get into the main story of the night. And Mike, that was fantastic. That was crazy.
Thank you, man. I thought it was gonna be trash.
I told you. What did I tell you today? I said it's gonna be either epic or it's gonna be terrible. But one of the, no matter what, it's gonna be awesome. Like it's comedy, it's jokes. It is what it is. Some comedians bomb, but that shit was funny.
I can't bomb it from the Moon Goddess, bro. I can't bomb it for the Moon Goddess.
So let's get to the main story. The topic, the title of tonight's show is trading in your integrity for social media likes. So I was sent this this story. So let's check it out. I don't know if many of you guys remember this young lady here. I don't know how young she is, but let me put her up on the screen. I don't know if you guys remember her.
The Queen.
This is, hold on, let me get Ricardo's comment down.
Oh yeah, I heard about it.
All right, so this is Rachel Dolezal. She changed her name to Nkechi Diallo. I know I'm probably butchering it. Formerly known as Rachel Dolezal, loses teaching job after her OnlyFans page was discovered. So if you guys don't remember her, a couple of years ago, she was the head of the NAACP chapter. I forget where. She posed as a black woman. She identified as a black woman. There you go with that identifying foolishness again. But she has two white parents, so she is absolutely white, but she posed as a black woman. So there was a whole thing about that. She was disgraced for that, blah, 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 blah. Didn't hear anything from her. Apparently she went into teaching. So let's play this video real quick. Let's play this video that kind of sums up what's going on here, and then we'll get out your way. You guys, enjoy the rest of your man. All right, hold on. Share screen. Let's go to NBC News and let's see. Let me know when you see it.
Yep.
All right.
Making headlines once again, Rachel Dolezal, now going by Nkechi Diallo, after posting explicit photos on OnlyFans shared on public websites. A statement from the Catalina Foothills District says in part, quote, her posts are contrary to our district's use of social media by district employees policy and our staff ethics policy, then adding confirmation that she no longer works there. Parents picking up their kids at Sunrise Drive Elementary confirm they did receive an email from the district.
It's concerning to me if it's going on. I would just need to know more context about it. Initially, I would think, that it probably would not be appropriate, but, I haven't really looked into it, so I don't know.
Diallo came under fire back in 2014 when she was accused of misidentifying herself as Black while serving as the head of the NAACP in Spokane, Washington, before resigning amid the backlash when it came to light she is white. I went to Diallo's apartment to see if she would speak. A neighbor let my photographer and me into the complex, but a man who opened the door said she didn't live there. However, as we were driving away, we saw what we believed to be her car parked by the apartment. The license plate bears her name. News 4 Tucson's social media team also reached out to Diallo on Instagram. She read our message, but did not respond.
All right. So there you have just the summary video. And so the topic of tonight's show is trading in your integrity for social media likes. So again, this was one of those things I went to the comments section because I just wanted to see what everybody was saying, to see if I even wanted to, if this was something I wanted to discuss. And just, can anybody guess what the overwhelming comment was? I'll tell you so we don't waste the time. Why should her social media account matter? Why does that matter? Here's the deal. I'll tell you why this matters, because she's an educator. And they're held to different standards. When you're taking care of kids, when you're teaching kids, that any kid can stumble across this, and then somebody will say, well, your kids shouldn't be looking at that. Fine, I get it. I agree. Your kids shouldn't be looking at that stuff. But in the event that they do, they don't want to see Mrs. Dolezal spread eagle all over the place. It's just not good for anybody. So now I ask the question, you have these women that are smart, because obviously she can't be a dummy. I mean, she was the president of NAACP. And she was posing as Black, so she fooled a bunch of people. You have this smart, educated woman. Oh, see the mic crazy now. Oh boy. So you have this educated woman, and she's obviously smart. She's obviously educated. She's obviously could get herself in position of power and making money. But she resorts to going back to using her body for the clout. Not her brains, not the ability, not the fact that she's smart and that she was an NAACP president. No. Hey, in case of emergency, let me break glass and show my body. So Kev, I know you're going to disagree with what I'm saying, but I feel that there's a certain sector of women that it doesn't matter how smart they are, how educated they are, they cannot suppress those whore tendencies. I said it. They cannot suppress their whore tendencies. The need for social acceptance, the need to what they do is not good enough. You're a rocket scientist, you're this and that. It's not good. It's never good enough. It's never good enough to be praised on your merit of what you've accomplished in life. No, let me show you my boobs. Let me spread eagle for you. Let me get naked for you so you can see, so you could really see me, because I feel like to them, they feel like that's all they have. That's all they have of value is that. And I like to hear y'all. I really wish Wayne could have been on here because I know what Wayne would probably say about this. He definitely gonna call her goofy. But Kev, I'm gonna start with you. What you got with this?
How'd you know I was gonna disagree?
Of course you're gonna disagree.
Well, one, I disagree with you saying like, oh, that's just the last resort. That's what you're gonna do with just expose your body. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there is a trend of teachers having secret OnlyFans accounts, and then they get exposed. And when they do get exposed, their excuse is, well, they're not getting paid as much as a teacher. That should be a concern right there, because if that's the case, then we need to figure out how to like fix our legislation. What's the word?
Legislation.
Oh
boy, there go your big brother.
What's up, my dog? What's up, my dude?
There go your big brother in the chat. MD, the link is in the chat. If you want to come up here and ride out for the last couple minutes, go ahead, Kev.
Yeah, I need backup. But anyways, we need to fix our legislation to make things more affordable, as opposed to just blaming somebody for just adapting to their situation. Because I mean, if you think about rent and just paying a mortgage by itself, it's thousands of dollars that you're not even getting at your job, and the fact that you have to spend 4 years to get a bachelor's to get that teaching job is like, what can you do? We're gonna have the time to have the extra income. Well, just make OnlyFans. That's the way.
Kev, let me read something to you real quick. Let me read something to you. In 2019, she accepted a plea deal after being charged with welfare fraud over allegations she failed to report tens of thousands of dollars in revenue from her 2017 memoir, In Full Color, Finding My Place. So she got money in a black and white world and other income sources in order to collect more than $8,800 in food stamps. So she basically defrauded the government for $8,800 in food stamps because she didn't report the income from her book sales. This is what we're dealing with. You can continue, but I just wanted you to know that. Just the
Sir,
person
you didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say that. The video showed her driving a Lexus, Kevin.
Anywho,
she's driving a Lexus.
The
family ain't eating no. The family ain't got no cheese bread. We ain't got no cheese biscuits.
Yeah, you didn't have to say that, because a lot of people are technically doing fraud with the welfare system, but they just don't realize it. I see it with my job all the time, so that's something you toss to the side. And secondly, the second thing I disagree with is, I disagree with black people, because I always see conversations of, oh, well, if you was a white person and we told you to take a day in our shoes, you wouldn't do it. And then someone wants to take the extra step and try to become black, and then we ostracize her and kick her out the black community. A black queen. I'm officially say it. She's black. A black queen who was working in the AACP. NWACP, whatever that word is.
He can't even say the letters.
I can't even say it. That's how ridiculous that name is. But she was trying to help black people, and we kicked her out. And now that she wants to do OnlyFans, we're criticizing her. Well, all I know is the way that men are nowadays, she's gonna get plenty. Not you, Moon Goddess. She's gonna get plenty of fans. She's gonna get plenty of money from this. I applaud her, and I'm in support. I'm not gonna pay for the OnlyFans, but if I catch her around, I might take a peek.
So before Mike goes though, so you said that, and I agree with you. Plenty of men she's going to get plenty of money from this. Why? Because again, she is showing her body, correct? Remember, this is a woman that's smart enough to become the NAACP president, correct? This is a woman that's an educator, correct? So she could find gainful employment. This is a woman that sold books where she was getting tens of thousands of dollars. So she's not stupid by a long shot. But the easy way out is, hey, while I still got it, while they're still sitting up, let me go sell them. That's really what's happening here. Because again, it don't matter what's up here anymore. It don't matter when you is the age-old story. When you ask them what they bring to the table, this is what they bring to the table. And
you can say that.
This is proof positive, huh?
You can say that, but at the end of the day, the easiest way to get out of poverty is to have your own business. The same way that Straight Talk Society is going to get you out of your 9-to-5 job once it blows up one day is the same logic. So yes, you can say like, oh, you're a bad person, or that's a shameful thing to do, but at the end, but still, it's a proven, and you can't say it's not proven. It's a proven thing that apparently OnlyFans and showing your body and doing this and that, sex work and pornography is a thriving business.
Trevor, please don't say anything. Kevin, please don't say anything.
Look so disappointed.
I'm not even disappointed because I expected this is what you're going to do. I just want everyone in the chat, the times, I can't see the timestamp, but the time, remember this point, okay? Because this is why you need me. Because Trevor just had a and Trevor will tell you this, I curse Wayne out about this all the time. Trevor just fell for the banana in the tailpipe from Kevin. This is what Kevin does, and none of you catch it. This conversation is about a white woman that used to pose being a black woman that is now doing OnlyFans and got caught when she was being a teacher. It ain't have nothing to do with poverty because she's not poor. Her net worth is over $300,000 or $400,000. She's driving around in a Lexus. When they went up to her house, that wasn't a 1-bedroom bungalow. That was a 4-bedroom home. She has money. It has nothing to do with poverty, but Kevin will take a point, twist and turn it, and Trevor and Wayne let him get away with it, and that's why I won't. Trevor starts arguing with him about OnlyFans and poverty when that ain't what the damn point of the whole question was. Stop letting that boy suck y'all in and get swallowed.
What if she has a lot of debt?
Stop it. It don't matter. She don't have $500,000 in debt because she worth that much. She could pay it off. She's driving a Lexus. She got a big ass mansion. The door was bigger than me. You saw how big that door was, tall as hell. She got money. Stop trying to invent. And let's be clear, no one said she was single. You just invented that she was single. No one said she was helping her. You just invented that she didn't have anyone helping her. That's what you do. You invent points and then you change the argument to fit your points. I'm not arguing with your points. I could give a good about your points. We're going to stick on this crazy race flippity floppity chick. And Trevor, you let him say that she got kicked out of that he was going to keep her in the black, what he said, she joined the black community. And she ain't never been in the black community. She's white. I don't care what you put on your skin. I don't care how much you perm your white hair to look black. I learned that from Pour Your Heart Out. Everybody, if you need to go see Pour Your Heart Out, was on Friday. They were talking about hair and how white women perm their hair to get it curly and black women perm their hair to get it straight. You get some lessons, guys. Get some lessons. But I don't give a D-zam about this white woman that is painting her, lightly puffing on her skin to look black and then got caught and then changed her name to Nzike. Heifer, you ain't from Africa. You're not. Your parents are from the Isle of Caucasoid. You're not black. Just like Kevin is not Jamaican. I don't know what's wrong with you. I also don't give a damn. And you should have been fired. You should have been fired. You should have been fired. Because if you're going to educate, you can't show off your memories. That's literally in the bylaws. It's in the bylaws. If you sell drugs, you can't talk to the police. It's in the bylaws. There are things that happen that you're not supposed. If you have a job, you can't. If you're going to be a doctor, you shouldn't be addicted to drugs. Why do you think House always got in trouble? Why do you think House went to jail? Because it's a bad look and it leaves people open for liability. Yep, come through. You know what I'm saying? Come through, holler at my girls on Friday. You know what I'm saying? They pouring their hearts out for you and for me, and they looking fantastic while they doing it. Ladies, I loved it. Back to hating Kevin. I don't understand why y'all let this fool do this to y'all. The point And the topic is Rachel Dolezal, not her perceived poverty, which doesn't exist because she drives a Lexus. Because I'm not in poverty and I don't drive a Lexus, so miss me with that. Thank you very much. I think I'm done. Hold on a second. Boom! I boomed my damn self because I don't need none of it.
Hey, Michelle, I'm gonna answer your question before I close out. I got it started so I don't forget. The political prophet amongst men has joined the panel, coming to save his little brother. What you got, MD?
Peace. What's going on? Special guest appearance from your brother.
I have no idea who you are, sir.
Save me.
Hey, young Master K, pay attention. I'm about to school you real quick.
Yes, sir.
I agree.
Yes,
I
sir.
agree with everything that everybody just said in terms of the conduct. No question about it. You know, is it relative to her position from a quote unquote morale standpoint? I guess it is, but from the indignation of being liable in the position of employment, it's not. I don't know if y'all remember Bush with No Child Left Behind and the educational streamline. One of the things that was in that piece of legislation, speaking of legislation, Kale, one of the things that was in that piece of legislation was that all educational aspects of employees had to be streamlined throughout, meaning because it's a public entity, you can't pinpoint or personalize certain aspects of employment because it's a governmental entity. It's not private. If this was a private entity like a private school, no question about it, she should be fired. But it's not. It's a governmental entity, meaning that through the streamline, the government doesn't have the right to say to an employee what they do in their own private affairs. So I would
MD, let me hold on. MD, just hold that thought. MD, hold that thought. One, because I'm gonna read you something because I'm glad you said that. Just hold that thought. Her posts are contrary to our district's use of social media by district employees' policies, which she signed. So that eliminates everything you just said. Continue.
Well, that would be the challenge. So I would inquire Ms. Dolezal to hit up the political private so I can counsel her in terms of this legal matter, so we can take it. So we can go and take it to the courtroom, because I would challenge that based on what the streamlined educational legislation says that was put in place in the 2000s. I would challenge that. So I would employ her to get an attorney.
Sir, I would like to state to you that as a man who believes that a contract that you sign that you were not signing under duress is something that you should stick by. Every teacher knows that, just like in the NFL, there's a morality clause in your contract. Every teacher knows that. And there's nothing less moral or less with the status norms and status quo of normality in this country as OnlyFans. She did it to herself. It is what it is. In the words of the Black Lion, she's just goofy. And this and other intelligent, wonderful legislative conversations can be found on Tuesdays with Tape Fist Politics, headed by Van Cat the Extraordinaire, along with a different MD, because I don't know who the hell this guy is, Ricardo, and sometimes me. Thank you very much. All these heifers goofy. Back to you, Trev.
Shout out to Wayne in the chat. He says they are all goofy. Doesn't matter, smart, degree, etc. They are all goofy, just different degrees of it. So MD, you're trying to find a workaround the contract that she signed, correct?
Well, what I'm saying is, if she can prove that they deviated from the streamlined articles of the legislation saying that all forms of public education has to have the same guidelines, if they deviated from said guideline to personalize it in that district, I would challenge that, and she would be up for the opportunity to sue.
Let me give you a little bit more detail. She's also an elementary school teacher.
Okay. Hell, it wouldn't matter if she was teaching kindergarten. As it pertains to the streamlined articles of the legislation,
I can't.
You can't. You're right. You can't do it. My position is impregnable. You can't do it. So what I'm
Nobody wants to
telling you
impregnate
is,
it.
so what I'm telling you is, it don't matter the level of education. See, you going back to the morality thing, which is fine. I get it. You know, I'm not gonna make an argument with that. But from the legal aspect, I'm saying that there is a challenge to be made regarding her personal intellectual property versus her governmental employment, not private, governmental employment, because in elementary school is said government entity. So I'm just saying it's a challenge to be made there if we gonna take it that route.
So let
Bro, I see
me
nurses with OnlyFans accounts.
let me. But you know, I bet nurses don't have that clause in their contract either, because I see
Why not?
nurses. I don't know is what they negotiate. I see nurses on like YouTube doing those quick challenges where their scrubs will go off real quick so you can see what they're wearing. So they obviously don't have that type of clause in the contract. But let me ask you a question.
No, sir. They do. I have many nurses in my family, and I was almost one myself. There's a clause that if they catch you doing something that they deem immoral, you can lose your stuff.
Well, these chicks don't give a damn then. So MD,
And that's the point.
let me ask you this, MD. So because I want to see what I could so I swallowed. I want to see how I could where if we could meet in the middle anywhere. So you agree she's an educated woman, correct?
Yeah, of course.
And we know she's made money off of the book sales. She had to be making something as an NAACP chapter president, correct?
Right.
So when I say it's not a stretch when I'm saying she doesn't have to pose nude for money, correct?
No, she don't have to do it. But if the opportunity presents itself from a monetary aspect, why not? Because the opportunity did present itself when she got put out there. She was made into basically a sex symbol. You know that, right?
She was made into a sex symbol?
Yes.
Talk your talk.
No, sir. She tried to make herself a sex
Hold
symbol.
on.
Nice try.
Hey, this woman looks like Mr. Potato Head. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm not arguing. I'm not giving my own take about it. I'm just telling you, when the whole Dozal thing came out about her faking being black and all of that, there was an entire social media wave that happened from black men saying that, oh, she fine, I give her a pass. I saw it for myself.
Well, I blame y'all then, because I didn't see that.
Hey, just last week, no, just 2 weeks ago, I raged against a man doing that for the brick lady. So you know I ain't on that team.
So hey, there you go. There go another example. So all I'm saying, I'm not saying that any of you gentlemen felt that way. I'm just telling you there was a large demographic of people on social media at that particular time praising her, whether it was indirectly or directly, don't matter. And she felt, I guess, that she felt the need to garner a position from what was going on social media at the time. Hey, this capitalism at the end of the day. Why not?
You're right. It's capitalism. So when the government says you can't do it, she has the choice to continue doing it. We didn't stop her from doing OnlyFans. She just can't be a teacher. You have to make a decision.
The government didn't say that.
As an individualist, she made the decision to do that. She knew what the consequences were. She made an individual choice. Don't take her individuality away from her. Monday MD, whoever you are. I'm gonna call you DM. I'm gonna call you DM.
She tried to hide it though, because they had to find it. It wasn't like it was something that she was just out broadcasting.
Yeah, but what's she forced?
See, but I got to push back on that as well, because she's had this. I heard about this OnlyFans over a year ago. So
it's a couple years old. Yeah.
So I don't believe that she was trying to hide it. I mean, everybody pretty much knew she had an OnlyFans.
Honestly,
so
MD, I thought she fell off the face of the earth after the NAACP thing. I'm shocked that she reared her crazy looking face back in in our lives. Tell you the truth.
Well, I mean, she was doing fine. I guess she had a few subscriptions on, so she was all right. She ain't have to, you know what I mean? But like I said again, my whole position is that the argument can be made that from a governmental aspect, they really don't have the right to do that. If this was a private school, then yes, but it's not. That's my only argument.
And DM, I'd like to ask you a question, Monday DM.
He said DM.
Yeah, because you're the reverse. I don't know who you are. So,
damn.
So you're saying that the government is doing something against what you think should be done, right?
Well, it ain't about what I think should be done.
No,
It's
I'm
about
asking you.
what the law
All right.
say.
Okay, well, we're not going to talk about the law yet. We're just going to, you know what? We'll do the law. So you said they're going against what the law states, right?
Yeah, according to that particular piece of legislation, yeah.
And nobody's stopping it, right?
No.
Okay, I want you to remember that for Tuesday, because I'm gonna hit you on Tuesday with that one.
Okay.
So the government can do whatever it wants. I got you.
So again, you just moonwalked to a position that I didn't make. I never said
you made that position before. You said when we were having a discussion about why I don't like the thought of just having the free market, and I said because the government can be taken over as a power to do whatever it wants, and no one will be able to stop. And you said the people will stop it when they stop patronizing the product. And I said, well, if they decide that it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. So you just showed me that the government can do whatever it wants.
Well, look at what we're talking about, though, Mike. See, I don't want to make this no political show because this ain't what it is. But look at what we're talking about.
Political conversations every Tuesday. Take this policy.
But
Uh-oh.
But this is what we're talking about, though. Again, we're dealing with the mainline source of the legislation, i.e., the federal government, versus the district government that's there to enforce said law. The district can deviate. Go ahead.
I all of a sudden don't want to argue anymore. I think someone else would like to talk to you more. I'm gonna go ahead and step out the way.
Mute. And yeah, we can go ahead.
I'm muting up.
Yeah, Kev.
Okay, all right. Let's get into it.
Put a bow on this, Kev, because we got a debate to set up. Go and put a bow on this. And Michelle, I will answer your question before I log off.
So I went to racheldolezal.com, and looks like she's doing well for herself. She does art. She's got a Netflix documentary, a podcast. She sells books.
But you said she was broke, Kevin.
Yeah, you said she was broke.
You said she was broke.
Who said that? I said teachers are.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, Trevor?
Yeah.
I didn't say she was.
See, y'all misrepresenting what he said. He was saying he was talking about the salary of teachers.
No, sir.
In regards to her.
Thank you. He was talking about her, and that's why she has to do the OnlyFans, because she's not getting paid a lot. I listen, unlike some of y'all. I listen because I'm so ready to come back and stab you in the back another time. So I listen closely to
Don't let him skew your words, Kev. Don't let him do that.
He ain't got no words.
That's another good point. I need help.
If he had words, he would give them away to a woman. He ain't got no words.
All I know is I was mentioning teachers in general because like I said, they are creating OnlyFans, and like I said, the best way to get out of poverty is to have a business, which is what Rachel Dolezal is doing. So
okay, quick question for you, Kevin. Then I'm gonna get out of the way.
Sure.
Before there was an OnlyFans, what were teachers doing?
What were teachers doing?
Yeah, because they needed more money, right? What were they doing?
I have no idea.
Probably I'll tell you, they were getting second jobs. Before that, they were driving Uber. Before
That's
that,
what
they
you're
were
assuming.
doing. I'm not assuming. I know teachers that do it.
I'm
not assuming. I know
some was also shaking their ass in the strip club. What's your point, Mike?
Hey.
Exactly.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
Same with nurses.
But guess what? That's a private place that pushes adult entertainment. If somebody went in a strip club and took a picture of a teacher on there and then tried to circulate it, I would be on her side. because that's where she's supposed to do that filth. That's where it lives.
You know that don't make no sense what you
That
just
makes
said.
all the sense that I just said.
If we talking about morality, if we basing it just off of that, I don't know. Let's say dad said 8-year-old or whatever go to the strip
I'm gonna
club
rock
and
you.
see.
I know where you're going. I'm gonna rock you. Go ahead.
Well, again, the dad goes to the strip. Hey, that's my kid's teacher, and he goes and reports her. The morality, despite where it come from or where it was, if it was concealed or open, what does that matter?
Because when we spoke about this, we said, and Trevor said, and if I'm wrong, Trevor, please tell me I'm misrepresenting you, that the problem was that it was accessible to children. If she's dancing and shaking her ass in a club and a kid gets in there, then the liability falls on the club. But the kid, in normal circumstances, will have no way of seeing this teacher and what she does in her private life. But that private life is no longer private when it's on the internet for everyone to see, because any child can make a freaking OnlyFans account.
So we got to regulate the internet, is what you're getting at.
No,
Yeah, that's
we
basically
don't.
what he's saying.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm
That's
saying
what you're
is
getting at.
The kid don't have access to the strip club,
then
the strip club will be liable, but not the parent. Come on now,
sir.
Your argument
You're telling me
is null and void. It's null and void.
So you're telling me an elementary school kid can get into a strip club? That's what you're telling me, because that's what she teaches. That's what she teaches. You're telling me an elementary school kid gonna get in there? Answer my question.
You're making an argument of concealment. You can't find nothing stating that, nothing at all.
Just
you
like
could
you
go
can't
to
find
their employee
anything
handbook right now.
Just like you
And
can't,
it won't
you
say
can't find
anything
anything
about that.
Just like you can't find anything that says a morality clause can't be included in their contract.
Hey, just so y'all know, Wayne on a tight schedule. So
all right, go ahead.
Okay, all right. Let's set it up then. Let's set it up.
DM be trying to get me mad. Go
ahead. Wayne, you there? Oh, see, damn, he fell out because I knew
he no smoke. I don't even blame him.
Nah, he's
hey,
out.
Watch your mouth. Don't be talking about that.
Yeah, he's out with family, so he that's
okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh,
hey, well, if I
there
can't catch, there you go. All right.
What's up, Wayne?
First of all, there's a couple months ago, you had a 16-year-old who hacked GTA 6 with a damn fire stick. Okay, a fire stick. So yeah, kids have access to internet. They can get to anything. This is a crazy conversation. Versus a woman in the strip club. A kid can't get in the strip club, period. I don't know where they come from. They are goofy. I don't care what you say. She is goofy. I don't care about the degree. I don't care about anything. You mean to tell me 1,000 ways you can make side money, you go straight to OnlyFans? Again, they boil themselves down to their asshole. At the end of the day.
Facts.
Don't sit up here and ask me to respect you as this queen of everything. When at the end of the day, when you need something done, you need money, or you need to make a move, you go to your asshole at the end of the day. So come on, man. Y'all stop this, man. Come on, man, with all this goofy stuff.
That's what people should know on OnlyFans?
Church.
Come on.
So, hey, you ain't gonna get no argument from me about that, but that wasn't my point.
What was the point?
Tabernacle.
My point was just saying that she had every right to do it. That's all I said.
And not according to the contract she's
not exactly. Not
man,
according to who she is and what
Mike, pull it up, Mike.
What she does.
What was that school district? You gonna make me pull it up? What was that school district?
It don't matter what the school district is. All teachers in America have morality clauses. Ask Nene.
Hey, hold on.
Rachel Dolezal, call me. I'll counsel you. Call me. I'll get you paid.
So what you trying to say is just because it ain't in that word for word, a teacher shouldn't be on OnlyFans? You mean to tell me that she should be able to be on there because it's not in the clause?
That wasn't my argument. That wasn't my argument. The morality thing, that's a whole different topic. I'm saying from a legal aspect.
Okay.
There's a challenge to be made to say that a governmental entity don't have the right to do what they did by firing her. That's all I said.
Hey, MD, is Catalina Foothills Unified School District. I don't know where the hell.
So you said, I'm gonna look that up.
So you saying that based on the government that they don't have a right to fire her because she has an OnlyFans account? Is that what you're saying, basically?
I'm saying, as it stands right now, there's nothing in the streamline clause that says anything about that.
Okay.
Individual districts don't have the right to personalize employee conduct based on the streamline clause.
That's
like I said, Mendoza hit me up.
That's ridiculous. That's just like an NFL player do something off the field, and it may not be in the contract, but it could be up under like disorderly conduct. That's just like the police department, right? They can arrest you for disorderly conduct for just screaming when they keep telling you to stop screaming. It don't have to be word for word in there. It could be under the umbrella of that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right. I'm gonna leave it at that. But we let's get to what we're here for.
Okay, let's talk about it. Go ahead.
I do have to get going
because I had to step away from a little thing going, so I want to get this figured out. Go ahead.
All right. So real quick, for everybody to get off, my argument. And I'm gonna let you base what you think the topic should be based on my premise.
No. You asked me for the debate. You picked the topic.
Okay. All right. Cool. You gonna put the ball in my court then? That's fine.
Yes. Fair enough. Yes.
What I'm telling you is, beyond a shadow of any inclination of a doubt, that the manosphere, as it stands right now, foundationally, was built under the premise of the incel community.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling you. And I can prove that.
Okay.
So I'm saying the topic of the debate is the manosphere. No, let me word it right, because like I said,
yeah,
because you know how this goes.
I know you finna go. I know where you finna go. But I know because what you basically trying to say that majority of men in the manosphere are incels and they ain't getting asked.
Nope. I didn't say that. See,
all right.
See, there you go. You already sidestepping. I never said that.
Well, go ahead, because that's what you're doing. You're just trying to find a political way of saying it. But go ahead.
I never said what you just said. I didn't say that. What I'm saying is the community of the manosphere,
right?
Again, beyond a shadow of a doubt, was formed around the premise of the incel community. I'm saying,
okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Finish up.
Because my pushback is that it's a lie, and I could prove it because it started about men's rights. It came from men's rights. Period. That's what
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
I'm glad you said that. So again, the topic of the debate, did the incel community, did the manosphere derive from the incel community?
Is there even a such thing as an incel community?
Yes.
Okay. And you saying that every form of manosphere came from the incel community. You know, there's different forms of manosphere. You got black manosphere, you got white manosphere. You understand that, correct?
Well, the black manosphere came from the white. Black folks always got to have something different, so it's the same thing.
No. You talk about the white boys. That's what you finna do. You finna tie us in the same thing with the white boys. No, and again,
I'm telling you,
incels are a entirely different group than black manosphere, white manosphere, red pill, all that, black pill, purple pill, all that's different. You're talking about.
I understand that.
I know what you're finna do, MD. I know what
so do you want me to say black manosphere then? Would that make you happy if I said does the black black manosphere derive from the incel community?
Okay, fair.
Write it down, Trail.
I'm writing. Does the black manosphere?
Don't forget black. That'll make him feel better. Don't forget black.
Black in there. Does the black manosphere derive?
Because this is just a regular argument everybody try to make
from the incel community.
And bunch of
lion versus DM
because they not getting sex. It's just he's just going to twist. He's just going to put a little political spin on it. But it's the same thing.
I like to join that debate, but before we get too much into it, let's see you guys.
101.
Okay, hey, young master Kev say you gotta go.
Crushed, Kevin.
I gotta go.
All right, Kev.
All right,
I gotta go too. But
appreciate you, MD. Go ahead.
Hey, Kev, holla at me.
What day y'all want to do this? Because
Like I said, man, any sometime next month. Like I said, I don't know what shows you got set up already in the schedule, Trail.
Hey, man, hey, is it gonna be on a Monday? So on Mondays in March, you got the 4th, the 11th, the 18th, and the 25th.
Let's go for
Let's
the
do the
25th.
Let's do the 25th. Yeah,
Yeah, let's do
25th
the
will work.
All right, there you go.
End of the month extravaganza. Let's do it.
Hey,
All
that's
right,
the
let's
day
do it.
before my birthday. It'll be a
All
nice
right.
present.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
All right.
There you go. The war to settle the score. All right, fellas. Yeah. Okay, so Kev, Kev's still
All
on
right,
here.
Trail. I'm out of here too, man. I'm about to go eat. So yeah, I'll chop it up with y'all tomorrow.
I got to wrap up and go watch
Bye,
Monday Night
DM.
Raw with the little one.
Peace, others.
All right, Kev, go and give you close out real quick. I know you say you got to go.
Oh yeah. Just want to say I appreciate the fact Mike standing on business, even though it's halfway. And
you getting the whole 50. How's it halfway?
Oh, I'm talking about the whole tap dancing earlier. But
I did
yeah,
not.
you stand
I
on
don't
business.
own, I
You
don't
stand
own
on
no
business.
tap shoes, sir.
But yeah, peace, Trev, peace, chat. You cracked me up. Moon Goddess, that was shocking. But y'all see I'm right later on. Peace.
Everybody trying to be right. Y'all
All
can't
right,
be me.
Mike, go and take us home so I can answer Maria's comment and get the hell out of here.
Hey, I want to say I'm a man of my word. I stand on business. I want to say happy birthday to the best mom in the whole sphere, Marcia. Happy birthday, mom. My birthday was on the 26th. I was a little busy, but I took her out to go see Gary Owen. It was fire. I'm glad y'all like my top 10. I'm trying to do a little something with it. We'll see what can happen. I'm about to dip and do chapter 7 homework in class. You all have a good one. Shout to the chat. Shout to Moon Goddess, Maria G, Michelle, and my twin. And wherever you are, I miss and love you, Ketot. You know what it is. Nene, you got me feeling bad this weekend because you and the bearded one made my daughter come at me with all kinds of drama. We'll talk about it later.
Man, don't put me in that. All right, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Peace. All right. Let me get Maria G's comment up. Oh, not Maria G. Sorry, Michelle. All right. So Michelle asks me, Trevor, what about the college students that do things like that to pay their way through school? Talking about the OnlyFans. I know it's wrong, but when you hear them say, "I need the money," there's no money in being a waitress. I disagree with that, Maria G. It's not a metric. I won't use the word that I would normally use. It's not a metric F ton of money in being a waitress, but I've seen countless amount of videos where waitresses make a lot of money, especially if, okay, this is going to come off bad, but I'm going to say it anyway. If you're pretty enough to be an OnlyFans model, then you should be a really good waitress, because it's a known fact that men tip better the better the waitress looks. So if before you go down that line of selling your body, showing the whole world what you look like naked in your birthday suit versus being a waitress, if you look that good, you're still going to work it no matter what. That's my thought with that. What else did she say? I know it's wrong. So she goes on to say that she knows it's wrong. But when you hear them say, "I need money," there's no money in being a waitress. Again, it just comes down to what type of money you want. I make what I make at work. I know I can make a whole hell of a lot more if I was a drug dealer. I don't want to end up in any trouble with the law, so I refrain from selling drugs or doing anything illegal. You see how that works? And I'm not saying, to you, but I'm just saying, like, when they use that as an excuse all the time, "Oh, I hit the pole because I was desolate. I had no other choice." I'm just saying, like, why is the final choice always to show your body? Always. It's like it's always, let me show my body, not let me go try to do a business. Mike asked a good question. Mike asked, what were they doing before OnlyFans? So this problem has always been there with the lack of resources. But before there was a platform where you could just say, hey, let me make a quick buck by showing people my body parts. What were they doing before that? What were their mothers doing? What were their grandmothers doing to make money? If they're such the bosses that they claim that they are, why don't they boss up and start a business? Hell, go cut some grass, go do something. Anything that they would try to push us to do to make extra money, washing cars and doing all that type of stuff. Why? I'm just saying, why is it always their resort to, I got to show my body? Hey, in case of emergency, break glass, I need to show my body, because that's my only resource to make money is a body. I've heard this growing up all the time. Old people would always say women should never be broke because they got, the happy box, because they could always sell it. That's the mentality that's been pushed down in them. All I'm saying is, why not try to change that? Damn, some more comments coming in. Hold on. So let me get to Michelle's other hand. Fantastic question, Michelle. Michelle is one of our Straight Talk soldiers, so she always get top priority in whatever question she puts in the chat. So then the next thing, Trevor, you think and feel that way about how women have no respect for themselves just to be seen, and you are a young man. It's scary to think what women will be doing in 20 years. Man, let me tell you something. Don't nothing in life scare me. I've dealt with enough in life. I've been through a lot of things in life, but that is very scary. The reality of the trajectory that I see women going down. And we just showed earlier the young mother, she can't be more than in her 30s, having her daughter waxing adults and thinking that that's okay. And then I have to think of, like, now when that kid grows up, her mom has this already in her head, and she's going to be thinking, and she's just going to be like, oh man, my mom did it, so now let me have my daughter do it. Because remember, her mom said that she's passing down deeds and LLCs, so assuming that she's going to try to get her into the family business. You see what you see what happens there? You see what happens? Instead of trying to get them in a trade to learn, not even a trade, because you guys think that that's reserved for men, but to get them into something where they learn a skill. Like, nobody wants to be a nail tech anymore. That's out of style. Nobody does that anymore. Nobody does hair anymore. That's out of style. You literally could learn how to do anything on YouTube. You don't even need to go to school anymore for things. I've learned how to work on my car off of YouTube. I've learned, and my car is weird as hell when it comes to doing like work on it. Even to get to my battery, it's under the tire. So it's like, it's crazy. So all I'm saying is, the last resort, it can't be sexual all the time. It's just like I see certain content creators. They aren't interesting enough as far as the content that they do. So it's like, oh my goodness, I got to get people to start watching me. So let me show a little skin here. Then a little skin turns into more. And then it just becomes, and then it just turns into another sexual thing. That's all I'm saying, man. And a lot of this is because I got a daughter. Ricardo got daughters. Mike has a daughter. Wayne got daughters. You know what I mean? And we don't want our little girls growing up in this horror culture. And it's literally never have I seen a time that horror culture is glorified more than what it is right now. We glorify whores in this community more than ever before. And it's time for somebody to talk up about it and say something about it. And we'll be the men to say it. Maria G says women will be replaced by bots. Maria, hey, these modern women are putting enough silicone parts inside of them, so they'll turn themselves into something. With all the, like, okay, you guys always see me looking over, just let you in the studio just for a little bit. You guys always see me looking to my right a lot of times because I have, in addition to my laptop, in addition to this monitor, then I have another TV sitting right here where I'm like watching TV. Right now I'm watching Girlfriends off to the side. And I'm just looking at these women and comparing them to what you see now when you go out. I'm just like, man, the girls on Girlfriends were so natural and just beautiful women. And he's looking at now is just like, what is this? We were watching a movie last night on Tubi, and there was this famous, I'll say her name. I mean, so what? I think her name was like Black China or something like that. I'm looking at her like, what did she do to her face? I'm like, man, she looks like she may have been pretty at one time, but like, why? Like, what? You know how y'all always, you remember at the beginning of the show when we first started Man Talk Monday? What did Shaka, what did Dr. Mia, what did Breezy, what did they always say to Mike? They always used to say, who hurt you? Well, that's the question that I ask these modern women. Who hurt y'all? Who told y'all what? I'm gonna end on this because I knew you was gonna get me on a rant. It's all good though. Let's go to the Bible. When the scripture talks about how God came in the garden in the cool of the day and he asked Adam, where are you? He already knew where Adam was, but he still asked him where he was. And Adam told him that I hid myself because we were naked. And what did God ask them? God said, who told you you were naked? So that's the question that I'm asking you guys. Who told you that you weren't enough? Pour Your Heart Out just did a show about Black women's hair, and you guys know I hate blonde hair. Black women shouldn't have blonde hair. I don't care how you try to fix it up and talk about it was being done back in Africa and all that. Booker, no, so what? So what? Black women shouldn't have blonde hair because you want to be like your oppressor too much. I always say that. But who told you that you weren't enough? Who told you that these ridiculous, unrealistic standards that you're trying to live by is, first of all, attainable? Because it doesn't matter what you do, we're still going to look at you and be like, and laugh. I'm just letting you in. I'm just giving you a little free game. Like, men don't care about all that stuff. You ever notice men, like real men, don't ever marry those type of women that do all the injections and all that foolishness, all the enhancements? Because nobody cares about that. That's not what we want. We don't want them broads raising our kids. You think a woman like that could raise my daughter? We don't want that. So I asked this question before I go. Who told y'all that y'all wasn't enough? Because you didn't hear it from us. I bet money you did not hear it from the black man. I know you didn't hear it from the black man. You probably heard it from the media. You probably heard it from, your other girlfriends that's probably jealous of you anyway. But who told you? Who told you that you weren't pretty enough? Who told you? That's the question. Who told you? Maybe I can get Pour Your Heart Out to do something on that. Who told you? Let me see what Michelle says. Michelle says, Ricardo says he learned to cut a pineapple on YouTube. Trevor here I'm assuming that's Illinois, back in the 90s when drug dealing was a big thing. They gave their girlfriends big money. 20 years later, they are parents. So this is what they teach their daughter. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a show that I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it in a couple of seasons, but Raising Canaan. His mom is a dope dealer, and she literally taught him the business. Daddy's Little Girls, the Tyler Perry show. Tasha Smith, I hated her in that movie, and I love her. I hated her in that movie. She told her daughter, 13-year-old daughter, you ain't gonna lay around here. You gonna have to learn how to hustle. 13 years old, you're telling your mom, you're telling your daughter, hey, I'm a dope dealer. I'm married to a dope dealer, so you gonna sell dope. Come on, man, get out of here. What is wrong with y'all? Like, and when I say y'all, I'm not talking about y'all, because the women in this chat are very respectable and got level heads on their shoulders. So when you know what I'm saying, yeah, y'all, I'm just talking in general sense, but it's like, who, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. The glorification of horror culture is crazy. It's crazy. There's Ricardo saying, keep in mind some modern women don't like to be led anymore. Oh shit. Oh, let's not even go there, Ricardo. That's a whole nother show. Maria G says, have you heard of Dignify Dignif AI? It takes a nude picture and puts clothes on a model and cleans up the tattoos and picture. Michelle, I always say, I'm gonna tell you real quick. So before me and my wife got together, yeah, I used to be I'm fantastic to look at. It's all good. But before me and my wife got together, a lot of women used to send me like Facebook DMs and things like that. And I went and met one time, but all I ever saw, she would always take pictures like this, so you could only see the top. So I'm like, all right, well, we're gonna meet up, but I did a trick that my dad taught me. He's like, hey man, you never just go meet them straight up. You pull up and then you see if you could scope them. And when I saw her, I'm like, you don't match your picture. Like I'm just thinking, so I get it. It's always been trickery. It's always one thing about men, we can't hide. I'm bald. I mean, it is what it is. This is what I look like. I can't hide this. I can't put on a bunch of makeup. I can't put a bunch of filters on and things like that. This is what you get. Luckily the queen of the Straight Talk Society loves it. So all I'm saying is women, black women, even some other type, Spanish, whatever, we love y'all. I mean, we love every bit of you. Love your imperfections, things like that. I just saw a post on IG was saying like celebrating the C-section scars. Hey, I love it. My wife had to have a C-section. I saw it. I loved it. That's a badge of honor. You know what I mean? So it was like, hey, we love it all. Your imperfections, things like that. I feel like if y'all heard from us enough how much we adore y'all and how much we honor y'all for y'all natural beauty and what y'all bring to the table, then y'all wouldn't be out here trying to live up to these ridiculous people's standards. That's probably lying anyway. I mean, it's just like, it's ridiculous. Hold on. Ricardo, blonde hair is a cultural appropriation and definitely trying to look like, oh, hey, you know how I feel about that, Ricardo. You've been around me long enough to know how I feel. Like black women with blonde hair is a no for me, buddy boy. I just saw a picture of Beyonce, Barbie blonde. Well, Kelly Rowland was the looker of that group anyway. If any man will tell you that, Kelly Rowland was the looker of that group. Yes, Maria G, I believe AI will replace modern porn very soon. Should be terrifying people. It's crazy. But again, it's okay. I know I said I was going to go by 10 minutes, but y'all got me into this. When you think about it, I was in the mall a couple months ago. I'm an 80s baby. So I grew up where you had to holler at girls, where you carry your pen, you carry your notepad, you get the girls' numbers. I'm sitting back and I'm watching these youngsters. They go up to the girl, hey, what's your IG? No conversation. Nobody knows how to talk to each other anymore. They don't. They have no rap game, no Mac. We call it Mackin'. They got no Mackin'. They can't talk to women, can't have conversations with women. So I see why they'd be so stuck on the AI and all that stuff, because they're incapable of having a real conversation. They don't know what it's like to have a conversation. And that's, I mean, unfortunately, social media got us that way. We still got to do that show, Shaka, the unsocial side of social media, because it's like social media has killed people skills, pretty much. It has killed people's people skills, because everything you do is behind an avatar. That's the reason why I show my face. I want you to see who I am, so you feel a connection with me. Like you feel a connection with who's the guy talking to you behind the avatar. That's why I do it. It's like, hey, this is me. This is Trevor. Hey, that's what it is. But I know I went on, man. But yeah, hey, Maria G, I appreciate that. See, Maria G is not, I keep saying Maria G, but Maria G too, because she's always here for everything. But Michelle is a supporter of Straight Talk Society. Michelle, that's all. Michelle is a big supporter of Straight Talk Society. So if she got questions for me, then before I close out, I'm gonna have to go through all the questions, just because, and that's just how it is. If you're a Straight Talk soldier, that's how it is. I'll stay on here to answer all your questions because hell, you're supporting the channel. So there you go. There you have it. Now I got to get out of here because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything since lunchtime. And hey, man, shout out to everybody that came through. Peace to Big Mike. Hey, man, I love that top 10. That top 10 was hilarious. If I get some time, I'm going to clip it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Keela, wherever you are. Peace to Michelle, Maria G, Ricardo, Moon Goddess. Cliff came through. The Prophet Among All Men, MD. Hey, March 25th, the debate of all debates, MD versus Wayne. Did the black man, wait, hold on, because I got it written down. I got a terrible memory, so I had to write it down. Does the black manosphere derive from the incel community? Oh my goodness, that's gonna be, hey, that's gonna be something. That's gonna be something. That is March 25th. March 25th, right here on Man Talk Monday. So that whole show will be dedicated to that debate. So you don't want to miss that. I'll probably work on that flyer coming up. So you'll see it on the you'll see it up. And I got a couple other debate flyers that I have to work on. So, all right, I'm starting to get dry mouth. So peace to everybody in the chat, man. Thanks y'all for coming out. I know a lot of you guys had the day off. You spending time with your family, this and that. So I appreciate you coming by, checking out the show. Peace to all the new subscribers. We got a couple new subscribers. Peace to y'all. Welcome to the Straight Talk Society. There is something, you may not like this show, but I guarantee you there's something for everybody on this channel. Just go to the main page of the channel and check out the tabs button. Hey, you gonna like something there. But I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself. Because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them. Take Fist Politics tomorrow. Don't forget, 9 p.m. tonight, the tribute to the silent assassin will go on at 9 p.m. Until then, we will see you tomorrow night. Peace.
Why are you so aggressive, black man? I'm like, it's a no-win.
Always aggressive black man.
What's up, man?
Wayne.
Mike.
Oh, okay. Hey, man, cut the sexiness out, man. Ain't no women on the panel. Man, we on here talking all sexy. He just goes on. He just went off on you like that just for no reason. Yeah, man.